I'm gonna do all the stuff that I do. I'm gonna do the intros and shit. But like the fucking snow, I can't listen. I don't know how it's possible. I don't know how it's possible that I fell asleep because I didn't want to masturbate. I don't get that, Coil. I don't understand. I don't know I don't understand what happened. And not that I want to admit that I was about to jerk off right before Snow Dump show. I'm not saying that. But it's how
are you going to explain that to Snow Dub? You're like, listen, man.
I'm going to go with a trans fat. I'm going to explain it in trans fat so everybody sees it.
I plead trans fat.
I plead trans fat. Fuck my life.
It's just on there. It's not like gonna go away. It's just like on there forever. And like, what the fuck? Wow. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god, like, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. And, yeah, I did.
Listen to Dragonstorm when I tell you that you've always been stronger, smarter, you've always had better ethics and better morals. Trust me when I tell you, a narcissist only has as much control as you allow them to have. They only have as much control as they can manipulate. And if they can't manipulate you, if they can't do nothing to you, it doesn't matter. 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 It doesn't matter.
You can't escape your pain. You say it every day. I won't say your name. Forget my face. You can't escape your pain. I won't feel your shame. I won't feel your shame. You know I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. You can't escape your pain. You say it every day. You can't see straight. You can't see straight. You can't see my face. I'm right in front of you. You can't see my face.
What lies beneath your feet? Sacred grounds, watered with tears of blood. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Told you it doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter what your sign says. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter who you are and not. It doesn't matter what her name was. Clean shirt, new shoes, and I don't know where I am going to. Silk suit, like that. I don't need a reason why they come running to again. 'Cause every girl crazy about a shot that's me. About a shot glass man.
Hail the Queen, Nikki Red. You're up late, baby girl. Didn't expect to see you here. What's up, Tibbs Talk? Good to see you, bro. Hey, CJ. I really hope the drone thing is... all right, we'll get into that in a minute, Siege. All right, you're batshit sometimes. All right, and I'm batshit, and that's too much batshit in the same room. What's up, Jill? How you doing, Jill? It's good to see you. How are you? It's good to see you. Good to see the Harem showing up. Where's the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
There we go. It's always good to see the Harem show up. And
Hail to the Harem.
hail to the Dragonstorm Harem. It's very important.
Yes.
It's a very important thing. Oh, dude, listen, Snow. Oh, fuck, I'll get on camera and say, listen, I don't want to have to explain this. I'm gonna go explain it in trans fat. I was coming to your show, and this woman was whipping me up, and I wanted to rub it out, but I was told I couldn't, and I had to wait. And somehow I fell asleep not rubbing one out. I don't know how that happened, but that's what I swear to God, that's the truth.
We're gonna sound like Anakin for a second. Is it possible to learn this power?
I said it to Coil. Coil's like, how are you gonna explain it to Snow? I said, I'm gonna go right to trans fat. I'm gonna put it in trans fat. Dude, I swear to God, I fell asleep. I kid you not. I woke up to a slew of messages that every man should wake up to, and I missed them all.
Man. Ooh.
Oh my dude. So
it's too bad it's against the rules of YouTube, because I'm kind of I'm like, screen shared or never happened.
You have to, Lacey, you have to understand the Dragonstorm Harem is very important. All right. And
yeah,
we don't have, so like there's Jessica and there's Jill and then Angela. Angela disappeared, and then Adventures with Beth. And these are very important ladies to Immortal Coil and I. You have to understand one day Coil and I, we're gonna, God, I don't have a train wreck. This is the mandate of our channel. Yeah. The Sage and the Savage has a mandate, right? And this is what it is, all right? We're going to travel the country, two damaged fucks, all right? Two traveling the world, convincing you of your worth, teaching the middle finger boundary, the art of savage spirituality. Yes. We're also going to be filling souls and stuffing holes. This is very important. And for narcissistic abuse recovery, it is a very important thing. All of these things. Explain it, Coil.
Well, the difference between hope and whole is only one letter.
One fucking letter, guys. One fucking letter. And that's a big letter.
It's central to our message. You know, we'll heal you from the inside out.
From the inside out. We are going to come to your house. All right, we're going to
eat your food.
And build a fucking couch fort.
That's right.
And then at some point convince you of your worth. At some point, we're going to do that. That's our mission statement. It's very important.
It's like Mr. Miyagi. You know, we're building a couch fort, but we're really teaching you, karate.
Choo. Gee, Jill, the Harem understands.
There you go.
It's never say never. Ever. That's right, Queen. You bet you preach it. Dude, was it 9 Puppet Steve? Oh, thank God. Snow, I wanted to be there so bad. Like I was like looking at my night. I haven't been getting much sleep.
Gotta go full screen and do Hey Snow Dub.
That's fucked up. That's fucked. Your fatty. Listen, your fatty brethren called this out. Okay. I'm very sorry, Snow Dub. I apologize. I really wanted to be there with you. I wanted to be there for you. I wanted to appreciate all your puppetry. I wanted to touch the hand that goes up that puppet's ass. And I'm sorry I missed it. I missed you, Alex.
Too good. I missed you too, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot, and I break phones all the time. And totally my fault. But I missed you too, man. It's difficult being out of the fold, and then So here's how
fucking, another one.
Yeah, here's how fucking stupid it is. Like I did get a new phone, but I'm blocked out of my Google account, so I don't have access to my main channel anymore. And I was actually going to see if maybe one of the people in the chat is like a fucking nerd and knows how to.
No, LDG is, and LDG? I'm hooking Lacey. Okay. I'm going to hook Lacey up with Pickles, and I'll hook you up with Pickles. Not that you need it, just reach out to Pickles. And if you need help with that, then go to DJ Odyssey, because he harasses him all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. It's just when I try to access my Google account, they want to send a text to my old phone number, and that phone number is defunct at the moment. So I have like a different phone number I'm working with. If if you guys know me, then I would have updated that information. But if they're trying to text a confirmation code to a number that no longer exists, well, we're in quite the pickle, aren't we?
Don't be saucy with me, Bernays.
Listen.
Yeah, there's Ryan Roger right there. Did you see that? Damn poor.
Every edit that, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna put Hekate's face on that shit. Then I'm gonna be like,
me while I whip this out.
and I'm gonna pull that shit on him.
Hot! Too hot!
Listen, you would not, as Lacey is saying here, the train wreck express. That's right. That's right, honey. You might be my twin train wreck. So is Immortal Coil. And so the train wreck, if you weren't a train wreck express, then it wouldn't work. This show would, this dynamic we have wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually you know this. I'm actually crazy, and you know that. It's just like, and I don't know if anybody else has picked up on that, but I play off normal really well, and I'm doing my best every day for you guys.
Yeah. Just try to stay on the same side as Steven is a chore.
This town needs an enema.
You loosen up, bro.
Right. In fact, never play this part again. That's a good one.
Yo, listen, you were first off, thank you to Lacey. You don't need to send me money.
Yeah, thanks for the super chat, but yeah,
thank you for the super chat.
You don't have to, you know.
You already do so much for me. You don't need to send money.
Right. You make him fall asleep when he's supposed to be on his friend's stream.
We're not naming names. That's, oh my God. Am I telling people who you're fucking? That's
I didn't even say it was her.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat.
That's pretty fucked up, bro. Just scratch everything that you just heard. Nothing about. We're just joking. We're totally.
No, and that's the thing. We belong to the universe. So if you are aspiring to be in a harem, you need to put up with a certain amount of bullshit. You know.
I think yes, absolutely, and I think that Snow. I think Snow should be added to the harem. A Jolly. Jolly should be added to the harem.
Jolly. Well, if you're not careful, you're gonna fuck around, and Mike Crotch is gonna be in there.
Yo, Kanita, what's going on? I'm going to be working with Kanita. She's got a channel out there. Sorry I haven't gotten back to you soon. I've been very busy, honey. I've been very busy. I'm being terrorized, both wanted and unwanted by women on the internet right now, and it's a difficult thing. Jesus Christ, Coil! I had to come out. This fucking narc. I just had to come out earlier and just be like, yo, God, I swear to God, I threw out Ashley's link in the fucking chat. I'm done. Yeah, I was like, listen, okay, there's no reason to stalk my followers. There's no reason to do that. Here's her link, guys. Go check out the smear streams. Exactly. Like, there's no more reason to do it. It's been months and months and months. We're going to talk about healing and balance tonight, so we might as well just lean in a little bit here. You know, Good. It has been months after months after months. So my sister calls me up out of nowhere this week. Now, mind you guys, we're in Mars retrograde. And if any of you that are into astrology, you already know that. And so you probably have figured out the villain era of Dragonstorm. It's lasting until Mars retrograde is over. Because this is our villain era. But my sister calls me up and she's freaking out at me. And I'm like, why are you bugging out? I'm like, why are you yelling at me? Why are you freaking out? It's because one of my sons was venting probably, or somebody was venting about Ashley coming back. Why the fuck is Ashley there? You know, like everybody's sick of this bitch. Everybody knows what she is. Everybody knows who she is. Yeah. Nobody gives, you know what I mean? It's like, why and I get that, which is why I didn't tell you or Scotty or anyone else that I was going to let her in so I could do what I did. And so she's freaking out about it. And I'm like, dude, watch this live stream, please. Just watch the Mirror of the Narcopath live stream for me. And it'll explain everything. And since then, I have decided to embrace my darker side, my unhealed self, which is what I had to do in order to get that done, to mirror that narcopath back, right? And since I've done that, like I'm moving through a very spiritual, like I've missed you so much, Alex, because you're the only person who understands that I have to come down to the 3D nowadays.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I live in the 5D. I have to come down to do certain things. And that's because I'm moving with the flow of the universe now. I'm moving with the flow of energies. I'm really embracing my spiritual side. And I don't have time for bullshit anymore. Like I don't have time. I'm tired of people telling me, I'm tired of all these different people had their energies just change on me out of nowhere over the last 2 years. And now I understand why. This fucking bitch, this narcissist, this unhealed person who's up on meth, pegging her fucking rainbow dragon, you know what I mean? Trading her vagina for money, drugs, attention, whatever the fuck it is. Right, talking $3, but he's a $3 bill. Let's not give him $5. He's a $3 bill. And it's tree all tree fitty, tree. Wow, let's go. Yes, tree fitty. But it's all about stupid shit. Like, dude, okay, I'm the bad guy. Why are you doing stream after stream after stream on me? I'm the bad guy. Why are you talking to people all the time about me? I'm the bad guy. Why are you driving through my neighborhood? I'm the bad guy. Why are you making up all these rumors? I'm the bad guy. Why don't you appreciate anything that's ever happened? I spent 8 months ever since I beat his ass and then kicked her out, not talking about these people. Right. You know, and that was not even fun. Listen, I had to put my hands on vomit coil. All right, a narcissist bit me. A male narc who puts things up his ass fucking bit me. You know how traumatizing that is? Yo, you're fucking right. I went and got checked because because a couple weeks before that he had sent me a fucking thing from some clinic that he had walked into because he had a fucking VD. So now these motherfuckers are coming around my house with fucking venereal diseases and shit.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like the saliva is liable to have fecal matter in it.
Yeah, bro. And I don't know where he's putting his mouth. They bag trannies together. I don't know what he's sucking. You know what I mean? Like
caterpillars based on a true story.
Gross people. People like that. Yo, I am not lying to y'all. I am not. Listen, I have no reason to lie about this. My message has been steady for years. All right, even when I was a really bad shit, when I was healing from everything that I went through, my message has been steady, consistent. When I have done wrong, when I have said, I went too far on this, I've owned up. Like, there's no reason for me to lie. These are the types of people that stalk me, and they're contacting my fucking subs, my followers, sending messages, private messages, directing them to smear campaigns, direct all this shit. So I was like, fuck it, Alex. I put a link out in the chat, and I said, guys, just go watch this shit, so shut the fuck up. Because
it's insane how obsessive a narcissistic personality can get when they don't get their supply. You know, and they're trying, and you're just like, nah, you know what? I'm above that. Fuck you guys. You deserve each other. You know?
You deserve each other, right?
Yeah, you put out an interesting meme, and it had some dark imagery, but the thing that you wrote, like it was a Sith Lord, but you were saying like how healing is the ultimate, or forgiveness is actually the ultimate symptom of healing. Yeah, absolutely. So I was impressed by that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was coming out from a darker, this is the villain era, so I'm coming at things from a little darker perspective. But basically it's like this. Narcissists hate forgiveness. They hate being forgiven. Like they don't forgive. They hold resentment. That's what they do. Dude, I saw her whole mask dropped the week of November 11th. Her whole mask dropped, full on, wide-eyed, like narcissistic rage, like the black-eyed narcissistic rage while we were talking over StreamYards one night. Because she was bringing up the fact that the reason she used me for those months while I was building the rogues with her, the reason that she was lying to me and sleeping with her drug dealer and this one and that one and that one, the reason she kicked me out of her apartment in October when I flew down there to spend the weekend with her, because she thought I wasn't going to get her the car, was because when I was initially supposed to drive up and bring her and her kid down to live with me, she refused to answer the phone. She refused to communicate with me. I just went ahead and started driving that 17-hour fucking drive. And by the time I hit like 14 hours and she wasn't answering me back, I got pissed off. Like, why are you not fucking answering me? Like, this is a big weekend. And it was because she was playing games. So I turned around and talked shit on Facebook. I'm pretty sure all the old rogues remember that. That was a big fucking fallout. That was like the first big fallout. And you know, and then I put a picture of her out on the internet, put a meme of her out on the internet, because that's what I do. Well, she's a covert. She got really upset with that. So her reasoning for using me for the car, cheating on me, you know, driving me to suicidal thoughts the New Year's that year, all the things that she did is because I was upset that she wouldn't answer the phone when she was supposed to move, and I went wreck on the internet.
That's so fucking
and I
petty,
talk shit.
man.
Petty,
Well,
childlike.
I'm forced to wonder this, Steven, and maybe I'm giving her too much credit, but you guys did like witchy stuff together, and I'm wondering if part of why she was sleeping around was to purposefully contaminate your field.
No, absolutely. I mean? No, but she uses the sacral. She uses sex to manipulate men, to get money, to get drugs, to get attention, for control. And she also won't sleep with men who really desire her because she already has that control, which is the game she was trying to play with me. I've seen her do it with. I've known her since she was fucking 16. Like, I've seen this go on. I just didn't put the pieces together because I'm a dumbass. And so, it's all about sex energy. It's all about sex magic, satanic magic, like really dark, nasty shit. It's demonic. Narcissists are demonic. And I mean, that's all it is. Like, why else would she have found someone who was just as much of a deviant, who's out there banging dudes and sucking dick, just like she does? And, you know, they're tying each other up and beating each other and all that. And you know, and then they sleep with third parties, and they break up with each other to go sleep with their other third parties, and then come back together and then go punish the third parties together. Yeah. Like, these are truly sick, nasty, deviant, ugly ass people. I've been a swinger. I have been a I'm a deviant. You know what I mean? But I'm not like that. Like, I was never like that. That's just sickness. But the sexual energy involved when an unhealed person like a succubus or an incubus, the Jezebel spirit, when the unhealed fucking energy like that is collecting people's energies, other sexual people, right? Other low class, low grade, nasty people, when they're collecting them, you become a sponge. You become a spiritual STDs. You become like, you're full of spiritual STDs. Oh yeah. The reason that I changed that first year before I left for Florida, and everybody saw it. Everybody in Rogue saw it. Corey saw it. Snowdub saw it. All my friends. The reason I changed is because I was trading sacred energies with a woman who was like a pit of spiritual STDs. Right. Who was sleeping with the drug dealers, and this one. Look, I don't care. I'm going all in. By the way, I don't give a fuck. This one dude who she was using to make Bill jealous, me jealous, and her drug dealer jealous, who was actually her ex, was this guy Anthony that used to work for her estranged husband's tow truck company. And Anthony was sending her videos of him playing with his dick while he's watching his heroin hooker girlfriend rolling on fucking meth with a fucking crazy jaw, like sitting in the bed off like a... and she's getting turned on by that. Like, and it's... What is wrong with me?
So we discussed this in the past, man. So people like that try to push you, like, lower your vibration so that they can siphon off your chaotic energy, because they don't know how to derive that naturally from the universe. And not only that, but love is not a frequency that they can tolerate at all. And it's funny because we see that locally with this bitch that you were in a relationship with, but we see that on a grander scale when we're talking about like a spiritual and political narcissism. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and that's why. So when I decided to shift, Ryan brought up bring Rogue over to Dragonstorm, because I wasn't doing anything on Author Stephen Walton. Mm-hmm. So I had no problem doing that. And then I'm really looking at the grand scheme of things, like me going through what I went through. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to fight that good fight, being Author Stephen Walton and being in the fandom and as a historian, and fighting the far leftists and the progressives, you know, in the industry. They're narcissistic. They're cluster Bs. They're histrionic. Yes. They're fucking bipolar. They're fucking psychos. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the Antifas.
The minute that you connected those two, it's like you know, you got a new charge on life, and you started thinking about things differently. And that's part of what interested me in working with you again. I was like, oh shit, he's finally getting the social engineering and the fucking ritual shit going on and all the energy fucking shit, and then it's coming out with these celebrities that they're hurting children.
Yeah, I'm definitely fighting child trafficking. That's got to happen because the deviancy also a lot of. So I've dealt with that, and I've talked about this before. Like I was raped as a kid, so and that's why I connect with certain people who've been through that. Scotty's been through that. There's certain people in our community who have been through sexual abuse as a kid. So I already have like I already feel a certain way about those types of perverts, funny uncles and funny aunts and shit like that. Then and I did date narcissistic women throughout my life, but then when I hit Ashley-Lynn, it was like hitting the fucking mother load. Like this is a true deviant, nasty, disgusting. Like I don't care. Like I swear to God, I've tried to warn her. I'm like, if you think that Bill isn't looking at your daughter who's about to hit puberty and going, I can't wait till I can triangulate that one. You're out of your fucking mind not to think that. Like these are truly evil, deviant people. And so I look at what's going on with P. Diddy. Absolutely they do. With Epstein, all the stories with Epstein's Island, that's what they were doing. They were bringing in these girls, these underage girls from fucking Florida and all over the world. P. Diddy's doing that. We're finding out about Jay-Z. Like Beyonce's been a part of that. Don't think. I've always hated Beyonce. I always felt something wrong with her.
Well, it's all going to come out, man. We were discussing this a couple weeks ago when Trump first got elected. And in a lot of ways, he's kind of like the avatar of the light energy coming back. Because they told us for like 8 years that we're all fucked up just because we're whatever traditional men. Like Steven and I are men. We're not fucking scared to be masculine. That doesn't mean that we're not sensitive and don't cry, but it's like when shit hits the fan, all these like pussy little bitch men, they're going to be looking to us for like protection and provision,
and savage spirituality, your show, like that says a lot to me. Our connection. I'm going to go to the chat here, but I want to say this one last thing. You have to. When Alex and I hooked up, this is the thing. Alex is a cusp. He's a Taurus Aries cusp. Yes. I am a Taurus rising with a fire triune. I have all fire aspects. Half of my planets are all in Taurus and Aries. Like we click. We both think on the 5D. We have our vices. We have things we have to get over. And we fight with those things and they bring us down. But we click on that spiritual level. We are lunar males. We've already been to man college, and as far as reincarnation goes, we've already done that. This is us as men being balanced, being in tune with our divine feminine as well as our divine masculine. So we're both intuitive, we're both psychic. Like, dude, there are so many. Dude, how many times do we pick up on what each other's doing?
I was just thinking that. I was like, Steven and I are in such a fucking sync that I will think something and it will come out of his mouth, Or I
wish I could say what happened earlier, but I can't because I would expose.
I know what you mean.
I wish I could say that.
That's for the green room.
That's the green room, dude. All I'm going to say is earlier he was saying I'm saying things a certain way because I'm doing this, and I had the mic muted, and I was like, well, this is because you're doing this, and at the same time he's saying, and this is because like we're both on the same wavelength. It's a beautiful relationship that we have.
It is, man. Well,
the train wreck express is rolling through next year.
Once we get on the road, like things are emotional already.
Yes.
And
yes.
Depending on where you're at, man, we'll come and swoop you up, and we'll make this thing. We'll manifest this thing into physicality. You know what I mean?
We're doing that next year. This is happening. We are going to build fucking couch forts at people's houses. We are going to convince you of your worth. We're going to have parties at bars where we are absolutely not going to hit on survivors of narcissistic abuse. We are not doing that. We are better than that. Okay. Yeah. The harem's going to keep us in check. But
that's right.
Let me go back to the chat.
You got to go and pick up each individual member of the harem and just kind of roll around.
We're going to drive past Deborah's house because Deborah was like, that was a narc in waiting. Listen.
We got to throw some eggs or something. Drop off some cat food. Some box wine.
Oh my God. I couldn't believe she was in Ashley's chat like the following week going, yeah, he's a piece of shit. And that. Like, no, you are. Dude.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like, if you don't play by their rules, then they go somewhere where people will listen to them. On you. And and it's like, okay, one more member of the Obsessed with Steven Club.
We're giving out T-shirts. You know what? We're opening the Dragonstorm store, and that's going to be one of the shirts. I'm obsessed with
You know what you should
Walton.
do? Just take the Hoover logo and put it on the center and the chest, and that's it. That's your merch right there.
No, it's got to be different ones because the male narcs, people like John Delarose, Ethan Van Sciver, Bill Alexander, Tommy and the Game Big Collective, like all these different, they all need to have a certain shirt for themselves that says, Walton really won't let me suck his dick. Like they're going to need that. Like they need to give him that shirt. Kaneda. So yes, we're absolutely going to get up together at some point. We're going to have you on the channel. I'm going to have you over here to interview you, promote your channel, and we're going to definitely network. It's been a beautiful experience getting to know you. Thank you for all your support here on TikTok, on Instagram. One of my original visions for building this was getting people together who were all survivors of narcissistic abuse. And in the network, as it stands, is Scott Clark, Sean K. Howerton, and Coach Randy White. So, Kaneda, you're welcome to the club, and we're going to start doing shows again and having panel discussions about this.
We need to put Sean Howerton in the harem too.
And listen, she's going to be the harem's lawyer. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Sean isn't. Listen, you don't talk
She's
about
the
a hero.
Legal face of the harem.
Legal face of the harem. Yes. Listen,
right.
Sean went through 20 years of dealing with a narc. Did put her time in. Was there for her kids to be a support system. And then when the kids were grown, she was like, I'm out, I'm done. And now she's going to law schools. Like she built the Narcissistic Abuse Awareness and Recovery platforms, to support the community, because that's what we do after we get dealing with these Hoover and Hobgoblins. And now she's going to college again in her 40s, her mid 40s. She's going to college again to become a lawyer so that she can be a legal advocate for survivors of abuse. Like the growth that can happen in our community, those of us who have healed, who have gone through traumas, who have continued on, who have fought through it, did the work, did the help, looked at ourselves, introspected, got past with these demons, no matter what type of demon it was to us. The fact that we are here and surviving and thriving and growing, like this is my home now. Ashley-Lynn created a monster called Dragonstorm. And I'm going to go out and slay every single demon connected to that narcopath, the whole demon spirit. And I'm going to support other people who have been through it. And we're going to do it from a spiritual perspective with my man, Immortal motherfucking Coil. And then we're going to drive around the country and convince you of your worth while we build couch forts and not hit on you.
I'm going to eat your food. Yeah.
He's going to eat your food. I might eat your snatch. Lacey says... music is healing. Yeah, Lacey was here, another survivor, right? So was talking to Lacey over the last year. She asked me to use audio for one of my videos for a song, and and her entire album that she's releasing is a healing journey from her childhood to now. Like I've been listening to this music. Lacey and I have become close, obviously, and her music is inspirational. Like she's doing it for her to get these things out. Because she's a musician, but at the same time, like I was telling her the other day, I was like, people are going to resonate with your message so much. They're going to resonate with what you're saying. They're going to understand what you're saying and how you're saying it, and the importance of that. Not that it's not the first collection of materials that hasn't been put out that confronts things like narcissists and abuses, sexual abuses, mental and emotional abuses. Lincoln Park, anybody, Fleetwood Mac, there's all kinds of examples, but it's very important. Go ahead.
As a musician myself, the songwriting process is very cathartic because you can be metaphorical about it, or you can just straight up say what it is. But as soon as you release your song into the world, it becomes the world. It's like art's one of the only ways, if you're not a telepathic race yet, where you can share your subjective experience and people can peer into it as much as they want to. Yeah.
It is absolutely. And then frequency, we are built on frequency. Frequency changes who we are, so this is all important and goes in. She's also a spiritualist. I asked her if she'd teach me to play piano because I've always wanted to learn the piano. And then, because she sends me this. beautiful.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Listen,
I can play piano a little bit, but not like that.
Yeah, I can play a couple other things too, but
Right. I'm pretty good with the skin flute. I play the fallopian. I play the fallopian tuba.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tim. How you doing? It's mighty gay in here today. What's going on, brother?
Fucking savage, you know.
Yo,
it's been a month.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
Yes. I missed you too, bro. Listen, Tim. But dude, I shut up for so long about it. Like, you know, and from you know, Ashley, like, right? So Tim's from. I shut up for like months and months and months and didn't say anything. And in her mind, she's like, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. And then Rainbow Dragon's over there punching himself in the balls and going, I wish Walton would let me bite him again. You know, and dude, they're contacting people in my chats and in my, like, I'm just done with it. All right, you want the villain? I'm coming out. All right, you want to live off my name? You're going to get exposed. Like, if this is what you want, I'm the Narc Slayer. There is no way I'm letting this person back in my life again. Immortal Coil, you were absent. You were the only person that I could have talked to about that plan. And you couldn't, we couldn't at that time. We couldn't talk. Because and I was like, because all I wanted to do was say to somebody, listen, I am going all in dark. I am mirroring the narcissist. I'm going all the way with this. Like heartless, cruel, not uncaring, gonna feed you, love bomb you, let you get whatever you want, you know, like all that. And it was and it actually turned out to be a great experience. It really it got me in touch with my darker self. You know, like right now I'm praying to Anubis and Hekate. Like that's my Lord and my Lady right now. You know, and for those of you who don't know, Hekate is a pretty awesome Titan. She was a Titan who was allowed to be a god. Zeus recognized how powerful Hekate was. And if you don't know, who wouldn't? Who would? She's a Titan. Right. Okay, so for those of you who don't understand, like, because I, you know, you guys know that I follow the Anunnaki. I'm Lodonis, the, you know, Black Dragon of the Anunnaki. So the stories from those times are basically this: you had these primordial gods, all right, like Cthulhu. You had these primordial gods who created through their children the gods, what we consider to be gods, which includes Yahshua, by the way, because Judaism was a pagan religion way before it was a monotheistic religion. So Yahshua was one of these gods, or not Yahshua, Yahweh. Yahweh was one of these gods, who's also a war god and a trickster god, by the way. You should really look at the ancient writings, pre-Christian writings, pre-monotheistic Judaism, like Kabbalistic, about the story of the Garden of Eden, because the snake was Yahweh. So anyway. So you have the ancient gods, and then you have like their children, what we consider the new gods, Zeus, you know, Dionysus, those gods, Bacchus. And at some point, those kids rebelled from their parents, and they slew their parents, and then they took on the mantle of caretakers.
Yeah.
Right. There were certain titans, there were certain ancient gods that were allowed to exist because of the power that they held. Hekate was one of them.
You know, and that's why I find Norse mythology so interesting, because it's cyclical. Like the events repeat themselves. Is like the gods slay their makers, but then fucking Ragnarok happens, and then it goes back to chaos, and then it repeats itself. The tree of life is eternal, man. Yggdrasil. Hell Yggdrasil.
It is. Lacey. So Lacey decided to go and get that video I played in the beginning. She decided to get a tattoo on her face, which I'd never thought was sexy before, but it's sexy. And she got Dionysus tattooed on her. What we were talking about that the other day, Coil, what were you saying about that?
Yeah, so Dionysus is actually one of the Christ templates. When you look at because there was more than one wise teacher being back when Yeshua was rolling around. You had Apollonius of Tyre, and then Bacchus. So if you look at the stories of him, he is very much capable of performing miracles and all that kind of stuff. But he is also very he puts women into a thrall. And actually, the story of Orpheus, right? Orpheus played the music so well that he could enchant inanimate objects. But he fell in love and he lost her. He had the opportunity to go to Hades and retrieve her, but he lost her again. And he started making songs so sad that it made the gods cry. And in one version of the story, the way that he died was that a couple of women physically tore him apart, but they were under the influence of Bacchus, Dionysus. That's, similar stuff.
Yeah. Bacchus,
but it's the same thing. He's walking around, he's drinking wine, he has followers, he's encouraging everybody to be happy and merry. Incredibly wise, but just don't piss him off. Yeah. There's also some similarities with Hermes too, but you put the two together and you kind of get the composite character vibe.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry for anybody who's a Christian. There's just historical data, and then there's faith. So I'm just saying.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All gods are one God, in my opinion. It's all part of source and connection. Yes. So I'm not sure.
Different facets of the diamond. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And so, like, I love Yahshua. Jesus. That's one of my favorite gods. He's a wonderful example of all of the best of the ones that incarnated before him, and into him. And we're all trying to achieve Christ consciousness. That was the thing before Christianity. And because Christ consciousness is the highest level, we are all trying to achieve through our incarnation.
Sure.
But anyway,
one last thought is I never really believed that the second coming of Christ was going to be he returns and rules over everybody. I think it was supposed to be the second coming is us embodying Christ consciousness.
Yes. And that's a story that was told over and over again, whatever the name of the god was.
Exactly.
And it's the age of Aquarius is what it is. There are so many astrological allegories in the Old and New Testaments. So many. And if you read them the right way, what Jesus is saying is we will attain the new life. We'll enter a new age when the age of Aquarius arrives. That's exactly what he's saying.
So, and that's the thing. He's associated with the fish, which is an emblem of Pisces. So we're ending Pisces. He actually said something in Revelation about when the water bearer starts to pour, you'll know that my fucking mission or whatever is over. And I'm paraphrasing him. That's not exactly what he said, but
I'm wondering if those lessons began in the age of Virgo, because Bethlehem means chaff of wheat, So did the solar Messiah story started in Virgo?
Mm-hmm. Well, I also I think about that stuff too, because even in Sumerian texts, like the Epic of Gilgamesh is carrying around a lion half the time, so that it's Age of Leo.
Age of Leo.
But then Ishtar sends the bull of heaven to come and fuck him up, and that's the Age of Taurus.
Yeah, Age of Taurus. And then you've got and that's the thing, right? So you've got the Sphinx, which is a lion that was built. Okay, the pyramids were built in the Age of Leo, long fucking time ago. The Egyptians did not build those, or the Egyptians that we know of. And then you look at when what happened when Moses came down off the mountain, they were worshiping the golden calf. That religion started in the age of Aries, which is why they used the ram's horn. We're now in the age of Pisces, the Jesus two fish. It's all the signs are there. There is a lot of wisdom in those texts. It's just the interpretations after the Council of Nicaea is what screwed it up.
You just have to know how to read it, not have preachers read you one section and then you close it and listen to them run their suck.
No, you're right, though. And that's where spiritual narcissism comes in and psychopaths. That's why we had the Inquisition and those things. But there's spiritual Christians are my favorite. They're some of my favorite people because they get this. They understand what's being said. And they still follow the path of Yahshua, which is cool because I'm cool with that guy. But anyway, circling back around and going back to the chat. So when Lacey said that her favorite god was Dionysus, I was like, that's Bacchus's twin. Bacchus is my favorite. He's the god of tits and wine. When you went to church with Bacchus, you were going to go eat, drink, and fuck. That's church, baby.
Pretty much in that order too.
Put on your Easter bonnet, because when you were going to the ceremony of Ishtar, which is where Easter started, what did they do? The divine whore. What was
Yes.
Easter originally? Educate
It was
them.
fertility rights. Come on.
That's right.
What do rabbits do, Stephen?
What do rabbits do? Eggs. The eggs.
Yep.
Listen, when you went to worship Easter at Ishtar on Ishtara,
Yeah.
when you went to celebrate Ishtara, you women at the temple would wear an Easter bonnet and nothing else.
Yes, nothing else.
Sacred.
Well, think about
orgy.
it, like Easter, Oester, and estrogen. I mean, come on. The etymologies of words will tell you all you need to fucking know. There's hidden wisdoms in the English language.
Yeah.
And people don't even fucking realize it.
Oh God! Some of the best conversations I've had in the last couple of weeks, like it was with Lacey, because she understands all this shit. She understands spirituality. She understands the sacred energies. The true power, the manifestation of the cycle of life and creation with the sacral energies, like the root chakra, all of it. Like, all right, okay. Anyway, so Kanita, I am going to keep going, bro. I love you too, man, and keep hanging out with Zach. Zach's is awesome people. I want to come back there and hang out with them. I'm glad you guys hooked up. Kanita says the Ish is real and Dragonstorm is real. My love to you, sister. And I had some much to collab with you and her. Please get at me. Absolutely. Oh, that's right. You're a musician as well. Absolutely. Listen, guys, I'm in my power again. And I'm more in my power than I was when I was author Stephen Walton. Like way more. This next year, I've got a social media manager, another narcissistic abuse survivor, who's fighting a Hoover and Hobgoblin, who's trying to attack her and her family with legal abuse at this moment. Been talking with her. This woman has a 500,000 sub channel. This woman has like crazy outreach on social media. She's going to be helping the Dragonstorm too, consolidate everything into my website, redesign my website, really get the coaching business going, get the train wreck express rolling.
Yeah.
The train wreck express is coming through next year. It's coming through. Dragonstorm's going to hit 100K and beyond. Like it is time for growth and prosperity. These demons, leaving them behind. We're going to go out with our brothers and sisters. We are going to collect together, and we're going to fight the demon spirit together. And anybody connected to this with a true heart, you're coming with me. You're coming up with me.
Yep. We rise together. We do not kneel.
Yeah. Once you speak of the bad, I'm always the bad guy, Tim. I don't understand. You know what it was? You know what it was? I didn't let her put anything in my ass. I really think that was a fetish, and I wouldn't let anything in my ass.
That was the final straw. She's like,
that was it. Damn it.
Everybody else fucking lets me do this. Why don't you?
I've never had my prostate milked. I don't know what that's like. I'm not trying to find out. Although someone recently just said that she could milk my prostate without putting a finger in my ass or whatever. And I was afraid to have that. Listen, I was afraid to have that conversation. And then Immortal Coil said,
stimulating your taint chakra.
Stimulating your taint chakra. Yo, I was like, these are some sick synchronicities happening right now. I don't like where this is going. Enough people. I'm a pagan man.
Energy work. He said pagan, not pagan.
A pagan. Pagan. I'm a pagan man. Okay.
It's your accent. It's the way that you pronounce it. You're gonna give Parrot Head free ammunition, you know that, right?
It's a joke to me. It's a joke to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you're still coming at me. I beat up your girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, you're going home and banging him in the butt. You know, like, I don't understand. I'm the bad guy. I don't get this. What's up? Nafisa, good to see you, sweetheart. Says, how to stop wanting to tell everyone what was done to me, the level of manipulation and abuse. You listen, this is the way I look at it, hon. I preach it. I use it as fuel. Narcissists are my fuel now. They're my fuel. Okay. And when I see one of these goblins, one of these demons, when I'm coaching people and talking about hearing their stories, and I've heard some shit from real psychopaths, real nasty satanic deviants who use their positions to groom and grape young people. The narcissists are evil, and what you do is you embrace your power, your strength. You learn your lessons. You forgive yourself. We're talking about didn't get talked about forgiveness earlier. Okay, forgiveness is not for you. It's not for them. It's you. It's for you, because when you forgive what happened in yourself, and you look at a demon, you look at an in-flesh demon clown in the burning circus of narcissism, and you just forgive them for who they are, what they are. That doesn't mean you stop recognizing what they are. That doesn't mean that you let go of what they have done. What it means is that you cut off your energetic connection to that clown.
Exactly. You're dealing with your inner darkness connected to them. And then once you've done that, they're no longer able to use you as a food source.
They're energy vampires. Right.
Yeah. And then Steven, taking a page from the Geeks and Gamers manual, monetizing your haters.
Monetize your haters. That's what I learned from the Fandom Menace. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I did. Listen, hail Jeremy Griggs, hail Geeks and Gamers. This is what you do with these clowns. All right. First off, they're not going to stop thinking about you anyway, and they're going to project, and they're going to smear you, and they're going to hunt you, and they're going to talk trash about you.
They're going to embrace their own butthole thinking about you.
Yeah, the bail marks are out here putting fingers up their ass, going, "Oh, I hate you so much, oh God!" You know, like they're sick, stupid fucking clowns. You know what I mean? So if you're going to watch my stuff and stalk me, at least hit the like button and share out the link. You know what I mean? Because I have successfully monetized Ashley fucking Grisafi and Bill Alexander. I have successfully monetized these people, and I tried not to talk about them, but I got a TikTok and Instagram and a YouTube that's growing. I am helping people to recover from the same types of demons that they were. I am getting I don't care about the recognition for that. The only thing I care about is helping my fellow brothers and sisters, and that in and of itself, and helping people heal. And then so I can build fucking couch forts. And I can sleep on their couch and eat their fucking food, and then convince them of their worth, because the train wreck express is happening. That's what we are totally.
Choo, motherfucker.
Choo choo coming through. We are absolutely not going to hit on narc abuse victims. Like, that's not happening. We're not doing that. We're sensible people. That would be so wrong. These poor women out here that have dealt with these dudes who hurt them and manipulate them and throw want them to throw things in their ass.
We're here to demonstrate healthy male energy.
Healthy men. Real
Bring it
dick.
in. Yeah, exactly.
Astral dick energy happening at Dragonstorm. The train wreck express does not slow down. All right.
That's right.
The only time we do is when we
from other star systems.
They come from Alpha 16 for this man's peen. You have to understand. You gotta understand. I'm the terrestrial dick. That is the astral dick. We get it done.
You go. Right.
No,
when you get too old by the train wreck express.
There's only a one-letter difference. Only a one-letter difference.
Only one letter.
Only one letter. Listen.
That should be a T-shirt.
We're doing the dragon. You're getting credit for that one. Listen, what you embrace it, you forgive, because first off, narcs hate forgiveness. Toxic people, they don't want to be forgiven. They lie about their forgiveness. They lie when they're trying to be cool with you. It's all fake. But no, you be real about it. I forgive you, but that doesn't mean you forget them. And never stop telling the truth. Never stop talking about your experiences. Those are valid. The more of us are out there talking about what we went through, like our brave brothers and sisters who are now taking people like Jay-Z and P. Diddy to court. Like our brave brothers and sisters who are out there who have been molested and used and trafficked by politicians. All right. It's crazy how we all know, but nobody's done anything about it, that Hunter Biden was being served underage prostitutes by China.
He got fucking pardoned by his daddy.
Who got pardoned by his dad. And on his laptop were pictures of his dad at a certain island. It's why we got this material. Anthony Weiner's laptop got all the evidence with Clinton. Why didn't we get any of that? Because all of these people, all of these liars protect one another. These traffickers, these sick people.
But they also use it to blackmail each other. So if you fall out of line, you get P. Diddy. Yeah.
Where's that video from, like, what was it, 2008, of a naked child trying to escape the fucking the palace in Britain, trying to jump out of the second-story window to escape the graping before two hands came out of the darkness and pulled this naked child back into the fucking palace. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where is the justice? We are the justice. We are. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what God you serve. It doesn't matter if you believe in Source. It doesn't matter. We are all part of the tribe of Gaia. We are all here to look out for one another. So never stop speaking your truth. Speak it out. Tell people what you went through. fuck that hoovering hobgoblin, the more they hate exposure because they know they're wrong. The only reason that a habitual liar, the only reason that a fucking goblin, that someone like that would get so pissed off when you hold them accountable for what they did is because they know they're wrong. So no matter how delusional that they think they are, no matter how many lies they say, no matter how much it seems like they believe the bullshit to tell themselves in Delulu land, they know that they are wrong.
Yeah.
They know it. Never,
like
never be silent.
Self-reflection, all that stuff is anathema to them. They cannot do it. But that's
Amen,
also the other powerful thing about forgiveness is it's very much a cord cutting ceremony. You know, whatever that looks like to you, it basically allows you to put them in their own place, and you don't need them anymore. They're not adding to your life. Not everybody deserves the fucking honor of your company. And once you realize your worth, I mean, it sounds kind of arrogant, but I mean, that's the fucking truth. You don't have time for everybody, especially if they're not adding to your process. They're not making you a better human being or helping you stand up or rise or whatever, then you shouldn't have time for them. Put yourself first.
Speaking of cutting people's energy off, Coil, thank you very much for that. Fucking Parrot Head. It's the Tree Humper and the Alien Shagger show. What the fuck? I do not have sex with trees, but he does fuck aliens. I do not have sex with... I'm a druid. I worship trees. I paint the trees. I hug them occasionally, but that's as far as it goes. This
try to say that you knock on the tree with your third arm, dude. Fucking Parrot Head, man.
The spell of 3 knocks is a thing. I've done it. Oh, God. Listen, look, I'm cutting my energy off for Parrot Head. No, I can't do that because he sends me nudes all the time. I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he posts too many good memes.
Parrot Head is the only person I have sent a clip of one of the many porns that Ashley's done, by the way. So I'm just putting it out there. He does have a clip of that. I know nobody wants to, but I'm just saying Parrot Head he's the only one that got that honor. Only one.
You brave.
I don't know what he did with it. He's a deviant. He likes some deviant. Yeah, so maybe he likes it.
I would probably have to wash my eyes out with Clorox if I saw something like that.
I showed DJ Odyssey all the stuff that I had a while ago, and DJ, like, we're sitting in the backstage. DJ's like, I don't want to watch this. This gross anymore. I was dead. I was like, because I was still kind of like a little trauma bonded to her at the time. So to me, it was like, oh wow, it's like she might be hot and pretty. And now I look at it and I'm like, wow, you just banged that guy because you were holding resentment because he was seeing a woman that you knew from childhood who still had pictures of your son's first birthday party. Right. And because she was giving enough and good enough, no matter what had happened in the past, to give you pictures of your son's first birthday party, your answer to that wasn't to appreciate it, but it was to hold on to the resentment from whatever falling out you had, overlook that, and then bang the dude that she was seeing.
Yeah.
That is Ashley-Lynn Grisafi. That's just disgusting. That's nasty. Who does that?
Well, here's the thing, like usually the people who are the narc victim, we project our own like love and value system onto the narc, and we don't even know any better. We're just like, we assume that everybody loves like we do, but what they do is not love. They are parasitizing your energy field, folks. That's what they fucking do. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can start to recover.
You know what? I want you to go in here for a minute on this for me, Coil, because you're the one who taught me about the narcissist, well, what people call the narcissist empath dynamic, which is the energy vampire and the codependent, the giver. And how I don't know. I'm going to look for it and see if I still have the aura description. But you were looking at different types of aura connections, and one of them was the siphon from the energy vampire. Could you explain that to the audience for me?
Yeah. So everybody's heard of the aura, but basically, people like to think like my soul's in my body, but that's not correct. Your soul contains your physical shell, and your aura is part of that manifestation. So what typically happens with healthy energy systems is you siphon energy through your I mean, we were joking about the taint chakra, but the taint chakra is connected to the crown chakra. That's your main vertical power current. And then you have the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, and then your sacral area. And all of these manifest different frequencies of the universal energy field. And in a healthy person, you derive chi from the universe. Ideally, you'd be connected to the divine up at the top, and it would flow down accordingly, right? But with narcs and energy vampires, they are not connected to the divine, and they are not ciphering from the universal energy field. What they do is they find somebody whose damage is that they want to bleed, and then these people basically are allowed to bleed. And it listen, I'm not trying to shit on people who are victims of narc abuse, but the problem is that both parties in relationships like that have something fucked up with their thinking. So you're willing to give and they're willing to take. But the thing about narcs, and especially the dark ones, the demonic ones that Steven is talking about, we're not talking about Professor Vakman. He's a nice narc. But
He's a nice narc.
right. But the dark narcs, hey, that rhymes. Maybe Lacey can make a song out of that. The dark narcs. They will knock you off your high vibration. If you're feeling good, they'll make you feel like shit. Because they metabolize negative vibes. So anytime you're doing good or you're being recognized or somebody's patting you on the back, they will take that away from you so that you will vibrate low and then they can feed. That's exactly how it works. There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
I'm
So
bringing it up now. So, go ahead, brother.
a lot of us, like if you can't see energy, a lot of times you can feel this kind of stuff happening where people are being a drain on you and you feel low and you can kind of feel your strength leaving your body kind of thing. But what's really happening is that an element of their field is preying upon an element of your field. And by kind of acquiescing to their program, you're in a fucked up way using your free will to give these people supply. A lot of this would be really simple if we were a more healed race, but since the beginning of since the reset really, we've been told a false history about ourselves. We've been told to think that we are only physical flesh containers, which we're not. We're multidimensional people. You get it? Like a lot of us, there's this thing called the Blue Brain Project, and they are showing that our neurons are mapped out to comprehend 9, 10, 11 density, right? Not just the third that we're on. As a species, we are evolving. And part of what we have to learn how to do is to be responsible with our energy. You know, it starts with the respect for self. A lot of people romanticize like, oh, my soulmate, my partner, I need to be, he completes me. But that's not really accurate. You need to be complete within yourself. You need to understand that you are source.
Yes.
Animating a physical shell. Otherwise, shit like this happens.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Really quick. Lacey, Kanita, I gave you both a wrench so you can share out your socials. Lacey, go ahead, share out links to your songs that are out, and Kanita, your socials. So we can make connections. What he showed to me originally, oral sucking. The oral sucking. Yeah.
It's not the fun kind of people.
No. So oral sucking and verbal denial, like these two, this is gaslighting. So this is verbal denial is the gaslighting and the projection. Like I didn't do that. That's you.
Yep.
That's actually dark. That's dark magic. That is black magic. When you speak ill of others, when you speak lies upon their names, you are weaving manipulation and lies. Yes. You are weaving illusion. And so, like, this is important. But what Coil brought up to me initially was this hook and mental grasp.
Yes.
And here was The hook is the empath. All right. The hook is the survivor, the person, the target of abuse, the narcissistic supply, because we're constantly, we have this hook in us. We're constantly looking for validation. We're constantly looking and trying to find ways to satisfy the narc, to make the connection with the narc. We're looking to heal them. We're looking to, you know, for
if
that
I could just
connection.
love them enough, they'll, you know,
If this magical box will open up in their chest and empathy and understanding will pour out of it. No, it's not. I get it. I was there too. You know what I mean? I get it. The mental grasp here. This is the narcissist manically thinking about you. This is the evil eye. This is them draining you of your energy constantly, using their fake face, manipulating, gaslighting. This is even when they ghost you, because when they ghost you, they're off using your name, speaking ill of you, casting spells. When they are talking about you to other people. This is black magic, the evil eye. They are still draining you of energy. Forgiveness cuts this off. It just okay, there's no more hook. When you take the hook away, when you stop looking for some type of connection with this hoovering fucking hobgoblin, this demon in a human skin suit is putting things up his ass and beating women up, then this mental grasp, you know what happens with this? Your aura becomes protected by God. Your angels, your spirit team, source, your God step in. When you have this hook, guys, when you are trying to reach out to someone who's being evil and deceptive, you are protecting them with your energy. You are seeking to you are sending out tendrils of your power. Your spirit team is useless. Your angels are useless. God is your your blessings are going to them. And that is one of the points of being a vampire like that, is to take your divine blessings, to take your abundance. This is what they do. They drain off of other people. That's why they're con artists, they're monies. That's why they're thieves. That's why they're drug dealers, people like that. So when you remove this hook, what happens is when you say no more, you remove that hook, you forgive them, and you put it behind you. God takes over, for lack of a better term. God takes over. Your angels begin looking out for you. Your spirit team begins blocking that person. All of these tendrils the evil eye bounces back at them. And if you're interested in more information on the subject, I will do a stream about mirror magic. Mirroring magic is something you can use to protect yourself, protect your aura, and send back to sender. You can back to sender 3 times 3 times 3. Been doing this magic since I was a teenager.
There you go, man. I would personally be interested in a stream listening to you talk about that stuff. But
I mean, let's do it. I'm going all in.
Yeah, I like that you were bringing up spirit team, because free will is a fucking thing. They will send you signs from time to time that if you're that hard-headed and you're determined that that's the lesson you're going to need, they'll stand aside and let you, grab the pan and know that the fire's hot. So. But the thing is that they want to be utilized. They just need you to ask. They need you to get your head out of your ass and fucking take responsibility for your side of the street. And then they can begin to assist you and begin to heal. And then just like Steven says, if you need a boundary reinforced, that is what they are there for. They're there to help you grow. That's all they're interested in. Your evolution.
Oops.
Oh, you're good.
Yes.
I thought for a second you were gonna be like, "Hey, Coil."
No, I'm gonna go. Hey, CJ. CJ. Okay, so I've got to take a 5-minute break, guys. Give me a 5-minute break because poor CJ's been asking me to read his cards for fucking ever. So I'm gonna throw 3 out for him.
There you go. Right on.
If you guys are interested, I have another channel. I really am going to start working on it. I just haven't had the time. It's called Lodonis Ravenwolf. I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing tarot over there. All right. So, and
what
so if you're
deck are
interested,
you using tonight?
Just the Rider Waite. It's it's actually
it's
a really nice one actually. But I'm also going to use the one that Shauna sent me, and I also have Oracle Moon cards. So.
Man, you know what? You know what deck I really want is the Marigold deck. I've posted pictures of it on the Instagram, but I'm one of those people. Like, I don't think it's me personally. I don't think you should buy your own deck. I think that it should be gifted. So
Yeah,
And I'm not asking
don't-
anybody for
yeah.
anything. But,
And don't buy like you're not. The train wreck expresses roll. So we're gonna sleep on your couch and buy Coil tarot cards.
Exactly.
While we're eating your food.
Exactly.
No, and don't buy like fucking 30 goddamn decks for your narcissist who's takes all the gifts that you give them and then spreads lies about you. That's don't do that.
Fairy tarot deck or whatever the fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Rainbow colored dildo tarot deck.
Dude, one year I got a fucking
dick, not a tarot deck.
Listen. Listen, so guys, if you're a channel member, go all the way back in my in the live stream list, and you will find the very last Rogue show with me and Ashley. And that night, right? Listen, and so the story that was happening that night. I'll put this down for a second. The stories that was happening that night was I was trying to just like let it go, and like once again, this is why the fight happened last year in March. I was just trying to let it go, be like, just be with Bill. I don't care. Let's tell him I don't care. I'm not trying to be with you no more. And so his answer to finding out that we had streamed that night was to take her laptop and break it in half. How dare you talk to Walton? How dare you? This grown toddler, this fucking grown spitting out SpaghettiOs
I
and
was
similar.
just thinking that. I was like, what a fucking child.
Fucking toddler. Yeah. So my answer to that, because I was a fool back then. I mean, hey, all of us that have been with narcs, we're idiots. We keep going. Was to buy her another laptop. I asked her the last time that she was. Oh, and the first thing she did with that laptop was do a smear campaign on me.
Of course she did.
Of course she did.
She used it to record porn, right?
Dude, I wish I'd gotten when she was over here in March and she signed into StreamYard to Dragonstorm Studios on her account. She had like 30, like on the list in StreamYards. We have like all the different streams you have. I wish I should have gotten screenshots because there was like 30 different recordings, and they were all like deviant shit. It was them fucking trannies, them having threesomes, them bagging so and so. That's all it was. It was disgusting. Like I was so disgusted by it that I just like got it off my computer. You know what I mean? Like that's.
What do you think her body count is, Lodonis?
Honest to God, considering that her first husband would take her to porn theaters before she was even 21 and do birth cakes. No idea. No, I have 1,000.
Oh man.
Over 1,000, I would guess. Yeah.
See, I don't get that. How can you fuck so many people that you can't remember their names? I mean, come on, you have to have something.
Look, okay, let me be real about this. Walton used to run orgies. All right, let's be real. Okay? There's a few names I don't remember either. I'm not completely innocent here. Let's keep it real. Let's keep that real.
You don't gotta tell on yourself.
I'm taking accountability. All right, yeah. She's way more of a whore than me, but I've been a bit of a whore. I'm not lying.
Right.
CJ, the first card that you got out here was Justice in the reverse, man. So you're either that's Libra energy. You're dealing with something that has happened to you that you feel was unfair, like lack of accountability. I know that you had your I don't think she wasn't narcissistic, but your karmic lady had come back into your life. So I'm guessing that you were done unfairly by your karmic, which is what karmics do. And I know we've had a couple discussions on this, and it's completely up to you if you want to keep trying to make things work with your karmic. But the whole function of, in my opinion, a karmic in your life is for you to grow and break apart and go on your own journeys and heal. And a person who is a karmic can change if both people do the work, but they have to do it separately. When you are involved with another karmic person, the cycle of lesson and this is a past life thing. This is a loop of past life energy is going to continue on. Justice in reverse is also the 11 card, and 11 is the portal. 11 is the portal. So when you get the Justice in reverse, it's also the denial of passing through into your higher self, into a new timeline, into where you're supposed to go. So that was the first one we got. What else does CJ need to know? What else does CJ need to know? Tell me about Justice. What's going on with Justice? All right. So you have the King of Cups, and that's an emotionally balanced, emotionally given, compassionate, diplomatic person. I know that you've done your best to try and deal with this situation with this karmic, but the energies of the King of Cups, who is the most loving of all the kings, like the most emotionally the most emotionally giving of all the kings. When you are when you continue to run in cycles with a karmic that leads to injustice, that closes portals, you are pouring your emotions, you are pouring your cup into someone else's. That's a bottomless pit. So I am hoping that this is going to lead. Oh shit! This one jumped right back out. All right, yeah, okay,
okay.
And on top of that is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is feeling just like I was about to say, bro. When you keep pouring your cup into someone who does not appreciate it, like a bottomless pit, it is going to make you feel like a victim. It is going to make you feel trapped. The thing about the Eight of Swords, bro, is that all you need to do is move one of those swords to walk out of it.
Right.
All you have to do is remove the blockage from yourself and turn that justice upright for you.
Right.
If you continually pour your energy into a karmic that is not trying to give back to you, then you are going to keep yourself trapped in this Eight of Swords energy. You can release yourself from this victimhood mentality. And also, when we energetically connect ourselves to someone who is maybe deceptive, maybe learning lessons, running in cycles of self-defeat, when we are energetically connected to these types of people, then we are also incurring the karma that is happening with the people they're connected to, most especially if you're fucking them, if you're sleeping with them. The exchange of sacred energies is so very important. Spiritual STDs is a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. So let me get some advice. Can I get some advice? Can I get some advice for CJ to get him out of this situation? You be the empath, bro. Queen of Cups. You got 2 cups. There's a couple here. So listen. Yeah,
you got the king and the queen. Huh.
Got the king and the queen. So the Queen of Cups is actually the empath of the deck. She is the one who is giving, nurturing, understanding, divine feminine when it comes to the element of water. It's also a Cancer and a Gemini card.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where you have to. There is some type of decision. There is something you need to. I was just saying at the beginning. Listen, justice will not flip until both of you go on your own healing journey.
Yeah.
You cannot do this healing journey together. If you are meant to come back together and be a couple, she has to do her own thing in her own realm. You have to do your own thing in your own realm.
Right.
You both have to learn the lessons that you need to learn individually on your own paths. Because there's a chance for you to reconcile here. At the bottom of the deck, I got the King of Wands. There is a chance for you to reconcile here. But you have to lead yourself. You've got to do better for yourself, my brother. And if you do that, dude, it's Knight of Wands energy, which is hard dick riding into town all day long. All right? So this can happen. You've got negative cards here, but that's because of the karmatic cycle that you have going on. She needs to go her way. You need to go your way. As much as it's going to hurt, you have to say, I can't talk to you, or I can't let you in right now. You have to learn. You have to do your own thing. She has to go learn to do her own thing. Get in touch with your divine feminine and your divine masculine, both in the spiritual aspects. She has to do the same thing. If you do that, then one day you're going to be a hard dick riding into town. There is a chance for you guys. But in this situation for you as karmics, you must do it as individuals. And there's my tarot reading for the night. The curse is broken, Coil. I told you I took my power back.
Yeah. Hey, man. I'd like to see you do more of that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, obviously a dedicated stream, but you're a very gifted oracle when you're reading. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to smash that like button and share out the link. And if you go to my former stream and you're interested in smear streams, go look at Ashley-Lynn's channel and look at the smear streams there, because we're advertising her this week. Okay, that's what a meth addict who sells her body for money and drugs looks like, and an alcoholic who's spreading lies and telling half truths. Go check those out. I'm not saying subscribe, but make sure to share those streams out for her, because she's really trying. She needs other people to help and reinforce her narratives. And I think the Dragonstorm community should get behind this. I'm dead serious. Go share those smear streams out for a brother, for a sister. Let's do this together as a group. Let's support this narcissist who won't go the fuck away and peg somebody else.
Right.
So,
I don't want to get behind her. Shit.
Now, listen. I've had one of the weirdest. I'm talking to a lady right now who bangs other chicks. Okay, and I am. When we first started talking about her strap-ons, I was very upset, Coil. I did not know where to go with that. I almost felt affected by it. I really did.
Boner.
No. No, it was a dude. It was a turtle head that went up inside my body cavity. No,
like you got a heart off.
I don't know why. I had all these images of Ashley banging Bill in the butt. I'm like, no, I don't. But I don't know. But apparently, this is the thing. So I've got. I'm working on myself. Is what I'm saying. I'm unpacking myself.
You have to do the inner work.
I'm doing the inner work. I am not allowing anyone to put anything in my ass. I'm just saying that right now. All right. I am a pagan man, not a pagan guy. All right. Like, you know what I mean? That is where it's at. Exit only. Nothing in my ass. I'm a man's man. Right?
Man's man.
A man's man. Coil, I have spoken many times about how important it is when you heal, when you take accountability, when you really do the inner work, you look at those deep traumas, because you need to find emotional balance. Toxic people who are trying to provoke you, I mean, let alone just unhealed people, have this emotional deregulation, because we've been let down or abandonment, codependencies, bad family life, abuse as a kid, like whatever we've been through, traumatic experiences, wartime experiences can do this as well. But it emotionally deregulates you, and finding that balance is so important, because for people like us who are intuitive, our intuition our manifestation comes from emotion. Emotion is very part of that magical power. But when we run wreck, we lose control of that, and we can be used as siphoned. We can be siphoned by energy vampires. And again, so in your opinion, how important is healing to finding balance? Like, how do you approach that?
Well, it's massively important. So I had several ideas at the same time as you were speaking, but number one, we're not taught what love is. We're taught that when two people need each other, somehow that's love. But that's not. That's actually, like you're saying, a form of codependency. And all that shit starts early in life, man. So if you have like a big family, or even if you just have a mom and a dad, everybody has their own issues and station that they like the functions they perform in their family. And because that's sort of their training ground, when they go out into the wide world, they tend to replicate their role in the family with other people. And what that does is it ends up attracting people who want to treat you like the role that you're presenting yourself as. So you get addicted, you get toxic, you think that you're doing something that you're really not. And then at some point you gain awareness of it, and you end that relationship, and you decide that I'm going to take care of me now. Maybe the way that I'm coming at it's not so healthy. So I'm going to do the work. I'm going to look at my inner darkness. I'm going to look at why I think I need people. I'm going to look at why, when I'm in a relationship, I act this way. Because until you gain that awareness, you're just going to continue to replicate the same dynamics with different people. Stephen was just talking to CJ about karmics, and that's sort of the role that they hold. They're challenging you to deal with how you deal with other people, and can you transcend that? And on a very high level, I mean, you're talking about soul agreements, and you're talking about people who, in some cases, voluntarily downgrade their energy so that they can come to you at a certain juncture in your life and teach you something. But what happens is when you're angry and you hold on to that, and you don't forgive the person, you're actually energetically like cementing them in your reality. You're holding on to that, and that's like a piece of them. So it's like they're living rent free in your head, because you're not there yet. So like I was saying earlier, forgiveness becomes a cord cutting ceremony. Like Stephen, I know that magic rituals that kind of do that, but for people who don't know how to perform those rituals, forgiveness is a very easy way to do that. And again, like we were saying, we're not saying that by the act of forgiveness does not mean that you absolve them of all the fucking abuse that they have visited upon you. What that means is that you simply don't need that anymore. Whatever whatever it is that they allowed you to blame on them. I don't know how to explain that quite so well. People that you do not forgive, it's easy to make them a scapegoat in your own life. You know, I'm this way because that person was that way. Well, no, you're that way because you continue to choose to show up like that. You need to make a better choice. And that's hard because that requires you to be the grown-up in the situation. And it also means that this other person's likely not going to change. Matter of fact, they're probably going to act more like an ass because you've risen above it. They're going to try to knock you off your high vibration. But that act of forgiveness, that just kind of lets you put them away. And then you don't need to feed that wolf anymore. As the old native story goes. Yeah.
But taking it to the savage aspect too, like that also means that you don't, you can protect yourself. If a person continues to be an ass to you, you don't bend over and take it. You know, you punch the bully in the nose.
Exactly. Ask for protection. Your divine team is there for you. And however that looks to you, if you want to call it guardian angels, if you want to call it spirit guides, whatever, power animal, just whatever that looks like in your own philosophy, they're there to be utilized. So
I am really worried a little bit because Lacey and Kanita were talking it up in the chat, and then I gave them both wrenches and they went silent. Like, what's going on over there? What's the harem up to right now? What's going on?
Maybe they're scissoring. Who knows?
Astral scissoring happening over there. Listen, the Dragonstorm community is very cool. We are very flowing.
We're open-minded.
Very open. We're going to sleep on your couch and eat your food. Like we're very open-minded.
Absolutely.
But I'm not sure like what's happening on the internet right now between these beautiful women. I don't get it.
And even if they're not energetically scissoring, they are in our heads now.
Yes, absolutely, they are, and we are now feeding this image. All right,
Exactly.
We're manifesting things. Yes, I know it. Look, it's spiritual scissoring right now. Listen, this is what the Dragonstorm Harem is all about. All right, and thank God for the Sage and the Savage because it's the only show where we can talk about this. It's and the bitch thinks it's funny. Listen, all we're saying is that choo choo, we're coming through. I was wondering where y'all went. You're a Kanita. You're getting up now, aren't you? Like this is the Dragonstorm community is about connections. All right, it is about connecting with people and getting to know them, and narc abuse survivors intimately getting to know one another. All right, we've been through a lot. We went through a lot, guys. We dealt with a lot. Okay, and so I think we deserve some fun. You know, with people who understand. All right. And it's about love.
We're talking about forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. But when you reach a point where you can actually laugh about it and kind of be like, yeah, you know, I was a fuckhead. But,
forgiveness is very important. All right.
This is called forgiveness.
That's Phoebe.
Forgiveness is more than saying sorry. To forgive is divine, so let's have a glass of wine and have make-up sex until the end of time.
Somebody say Bacchus.
What was that? Listen. Just Friends is one of the best movies ever. And guys, if you haven't seen it, and that chick, I can't remember her name. God damn it, I can't remember her name. Anna. Anyway, she plays a narcopath. She plays a crazy, fucking stupid, sex addicted. Somebody gave this woman fame for whatever reason, dumb bitch, who is vengeful and selfish and evil and awful. And this movie is so funny in the way that they portray people with like with people with extremes. She's one narcissist in this movie. There's another narcissist in this movie, and he's played by one of the guys from American Pie, the athlete guy. Yeah, I can't remember their names.
Stifler?
Huh? Stifler? No, not Stifler. Not Stifler. The other one. The one, the tall one, the athlete looking one, the one that was with the other chick that was with the blonde. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but anyway,
all
right. So there's two narcissists in this movie, and then you have like these two people. This one chick who's like the main character. She's really cool, and then you have Ryan Reynolds, who got hurt early in his life. He got hurt. Like, he loved this. He was the best friend. He fucking Parrot Head. I just want to say, shout out real quick. When Ashley started that smear campaign that first day, he sent me a meme of this. It was God damn it. It was a Family Guy meme, and it had like him sitting on a couch with a hooker holding her, and she was like, and it said side dudes be like, and I was like, how'd you find out, bro? It's done. That's all. So I got so much shit that weekend, and so but that's what he was. He was the best friend growing up. He was like the best friend of the hot cheerleader chick, and she was a good chick, but she was just, going through her fucking teenage years. And so his heart got broken. Everybody laughed at him. He ran off. He bettered himself like men do when we go through heartbreak. We better ourselves. That's how we deal with shit. Well, in a healthy way. And then he became like a player. He became like narcissistic. He didn't become narcissistic, like a narcissistic player. And so he ends up, through happenstance, he gets up with this narc bitch, this narc chick. He's forced to. He can't stand her. Goes back to home, finds the original chick, and then tries to play it like he had learned to being a player. And then, but that wasn't the way the connection was meant to be. They're meant to be authentic with one another. So it's a great story, and that clip comes from that movie. Just Friends, guys. Awesome movie. Please say it if you're into love films, comedy love films. You'll love that shit. It's okay. Well, no, you could be busy. Are you? Wait, what? Hold on. Telepathically touching taints. What the fuck is going on over there, Lacey?
Oh, God damn.
That's some savage spirituality shit, right there.
That's some. They're connecting by the taint chakra.
They're taint chakras. She understands your verbiage, Coil. This is not right. Walton's been through so many tree farms that he's a persona non grata at the National Forest. No, I don't have sex with trees.
Right.
No, honey. I was giving you shit. I was just giving you shit, baby. So the forgiveness aspect allows you to cut off the energetic tie, and it does allow you to create defenses. Your spirit team will take care of everything it needs to. Ask your angels and pray to listen, angels don't intervene unless you ask. When everything happened this last time, I did ask for, I tried to be as open as, I know I've been dark, but I tried to be as compassionate as I could be. And I asked Archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, I said, please do what needs to be done for their greatest good. Whatever their karma may be, let for the greatest good. And if there's a chance for her to heal and become a better person, please make that so. But also, really, I'm done with this situation. So whatever you need to do to hold them accountable is what you need to do. I got signs and synchronicities from my ancestors who have been blocking communication between us and holding them accountable. Somebody's going to jail soon. A car accident just happened. There's a whole bunch of shit that's going on. And I'm not the only person that they have been playing these games with. And so it's all coming back to them now.
Well, yeah.
And you let your spirit team
ultimately reap what they sow. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let your spirit team handle it. Evil people, the only time, earlier we were talking about Jay-Z and Memes of Destruction, great channel, very intelligent man. Please check out his streams. Memes of Destruction came through and said, it's not like people do nothing, or when evil acts happen. I can't remember how you put it. Excuse me. I just butchered that. But what he was basically saying was, when you do nothing, when you protect evil people, when you turn a blind eye to injustice, you're aiding in that injustice. You are protecting those people. You are allowing the extension of your aura and your energy to basically, when you take a blind eye to evil acts, you are adding to the illusion that is being created by that evil person to protect themselves from accountability.
Right.
Cutting yourself off energetically and completely means that they are now subject to the full weight of whatever they have done to you in the spirit realm. Your ancestors, your spirit team, God, your angels, however you look at it, however you break it down, now has the ability to go handle business.
Exactly.
And that is the point of forgiveness, and also healing yourself and healing your trauma, because you can't get to that point of forgiveness. That's a part of the process, but you can't get to that point to find balance unless you work on it. Balance is very key, guys. When you're manifesting, when you are doing everything in your life, thinking, loving yourself, progressing, creating music out there like my baby girl is, it is so important. You have to find emotional, spiritual balance. Balance.
Let me see if I can speak to the
Please
magician in you here. It's kind of like forgiveness is kind of like
It's more than saying sorry.
It's like releasing a familiar. A familiar will hang out until you conclude your business with it. Same thing with forgiveness and the narc. That popped into my head while you were speaking. So
yeah,
somebody gave that to me.
Yeah, whoever fed that to him in the chat. Okay. All right. All right. So I take that when it comes to familiars and spirit totems. I actually take that to secondaries, which is something I don't talk about all too often.
There you go.
Secondaries are entities that they can be ancestors, they can be spirit team, they can be demons, they can be dark entities, they can be extraterrestrial, as I have learned from the knowledge Immortal Coil has helped me to learn about the more celestial perspective of the oversoul. And so I look at, I've told the story before. I went to a medium about 1.5 years ago who helped to remove an entity that I had housed in me since the time I was a young witch, when I was pretty dark. I was a necromancer. I did summoning and portal magic and stuff I should never have done. But I did. But during that time, due to the traumas I was going through in my house and my early upbringing, I drew in a dark entity to protect me. This is probably why I have the black dragon imagery and things like that are a part of me. I mean, also being drawn to the court of Enki, but that's a whole other topic. Which coil I was able to talk to with Lacey, and she understood, and that was fucking incredible. So like now two people in my adult life now have been able to have those conversations with you and her, and that was awesome. But the dark entity that I drew in to protect me, it wasn't necessarily evil. Dark does not denote evil, just like light does not denote good.
Right.
It was used to protect me, to help me find the strength to carry on, to deal with trauma. Yeah. So whereas I absolutely have the potential, as people who go through traumatic experiences, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or sexual abuse as a child, I had the potential to create a narcissistic shell. I did not, thank God. And I attribute that to someone my friend Joe, who said something very poignant to me when I was 17 years old about deception and lying, that made me look at myself and not want to run in those cycles. And so without that narcissistic shell, but I had this dark entity that gave me a lot of powers, made me stronger than I could have been at any given time. It also fed on my darkness and trauma, and that's what kept it alive. But eventually, when I got to a certain point of healing, it became a symbiote. It became a symbiote.
It's like Darth Vader, the Orblisks.
Right.
Showing my nerd card there. Yeah.
No, yeah, bro. Yeah, you can shake that. Well, explain to them what you're talking about, actually.
Okay, so we originally started our channels because we were pissed off about the state of Star Wars, right?
Star Wars sucks.
Disney bought it. They fucked it. George Lucas had stories, and they just kind of tossed them in a vault and said, "Nah, we're gonna do our own thing."
It was a soy-based Skywalker. Yeah.
Yeah, but also what they did is they took all the extended universe stuff and put it in they decanonized it, right? So, Darth Bane was the Dark Lord of the Sith who created the Rule of Two. So if you watched Star Wars Episode 3, the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, and then in the Phantom Menace, Yoda says, "Always two there are, a master and an apprentice." Well, Darth Bane is the one that created that, because before him, all the Sith Lords, there were numerous of them, but they all killed each other because power corrupts, the dark side. It's fucked up. So he killed all the Sith and then took himself an apprentice. And at some point in his life, he actually was looking for like a holocron or something like that. And these things called orblisks, they're sci-fi, like imagine like a large tick, but it kind of looks like a horseshoe crab. And its exterior is so hard that it can withstand lightsaber strikes. Now, with most normal people, they kill them, but Darth Bane figured out how to feed these things dark side energy, and
What was
he
it called
allowed
again?
them orblisks.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he allowed them to parasitize off his dark side energy because number one, the pain and all that kind of stuff boosts the Sith Lord's ability to access the dark side. But these things like you couldn't just like peel them off of you. You had to have them like surgically removed. And there's a whole like section of the story that dealt with that. But he was basically in some ways invincible, but it came at a cost. So yeah, it's interesting stuff. Orbalisk armor. There you go. Yeah. And it's like I say, I like Star Wars more than most people. Walton understands that. And now hopefully all of you do too.
I don't understand. Parrothead, Disney F Star Wars harder than Walton humps trees. I don't hump trees. I don't put my penis.
I think Parrothead just needs some love and attention. You should probably just like, hey, Parrothead.
Parrothead, I'm not fucking your tree. You're not going to find me outside banging your oak. It's not happening. All right. I don't care if it's a weeping willow, and you know I love when they cry. Tears make great lube. All right, it's not going to happen. Like, God damn it! It's like, no, this is sickening. So yeah, actually yes. So when you are young, if you go through traumas and you are spiritual, even if you're not spiritual, this is just a part of the realm, the spiritual realm. You can get dark entities that attach to you. This is why narcissists, I say they're demons, because as they create illusions, spread trauma, refuse to take accountability, live constantly in pain in their broken core, they are resonating out a dark, traumatic frequency that brings in demonic spirits. This is why they act the way they act. It is a cycle of drama and trauma and black magic and dark entity and demonic shit. When you go through traumatic things as a child, if you are lucky, you will get an ancestor, or you will get something from the light side, something angelic that will protect you. But if you're someone like me who dabbles in creating fucking Mesopotamian Babylonian seals and trying to summon fucking demons to do your bidding, then you get dark entities. And I got a dark one that lived with me and eventually became toxic up until I was 42 years old. It was draining of me. When I got mad, it would come out of me. It would morph through me. When you guys talk about, we talk about narcissistic rage when they're the black-eyed rage, or the sociopaths with the sparkly eyes, or the psychopaths with the empty eyes. That's a morph. There are physical manifestations that can happen if you are attached to certain frequencies and entities and energies. If you are possessed, if you have housed them, think of your spirit team as if you ever play D&D or play like a game where you have like armor slots, you have gauntlet slots, you have the arm for your head, weapon slots. Think of that as like your spirit team. You have those. Some of those slots are filled with ancestors and spirits that are looking out for you, but you can also add to that. You can accentuate that. This is what shamans do. This is what tribal masters do. Most Nordic, the Norse would do that with spirit totems. They would morph into spirit animals, So these are things that do happen. The black-eyed rage is that's the demon coming out of them. I have all my life had that ability. You will see. I've showed it to Coil. I've showed it to Scott. That matter of fact, I'll go find the videos. There's this one video where I'm waxing positive and my eyes turn into slits.
Your eyes change. Yeah.
My eyes changed into the dragon eyes. They changed into dragon eyes. This is no shit. This happens. So when I talked to the medium, she removed this dark entity from me with the power of Archangel Michael and a meditation that I had to do over and over again. And she told me that this thing loved Narcopath, loved Ashley, and if I let if I let Ashley back in, that my spirit team would be pissed and that this thing would come back.
Right.
And the last Christmas Hoover, no shit that didn't fucking happen. No shit if that didn't happen. Like my kitchen outlet's catching on fire and shit.
Right.
My spirit team was pissed and abandoned me for like 2 months. And I had to go through that trial alone, and I passed that trial. And so I got, and then I got blessings this last year. Just like I punched the bull, I resonated in the bully on 11/11 because I got tired of her contacting my freaking subscribers and trying to scrub my platforms and sending people into my life and doing smear campaigns. So I resonated her in so I could punch these bullies in the fucking dicks and then kick them out of my life. And all of a sudden, I've got a social media manager. I've got a beautiful woman of great interest and talent who I'm talking to. I am growing my platforms. I feel stronger than I ever have. But a lot of that has to do with if you feel like CJ especially, you got demons, you talk to a medium. I'll send you Jory's number.
There you go.
Get these things that attach themselves to you will live with you throughout life. And if you do not rid yourself of them, if you continue to be in the cycles of self-defeat, if you do not heal your trauma, if you continue to resonate your core frequency in a place where you have not healed the things or faced the things that you need to face, these things will attach themselves and stay with you for life. And on the flip side of that, I'm not going to get too far into it, but on the flip side of that, there are ceremonies and rituals, there are prayers, and this goes for anybody, Christian, anybody, whoever you are. There are absolutely ways that you can bring in ancestors. You can call in gods or what you would call gods or goddesses, light entities, to aid you. I am a son of Enki. I say that for a reason. Lodonis, the black dragon, son of Enki. You know what I mean? Right. There's a reason for that. Lacey, Dionysus. I had flies in my apartment when I moved out from the demon that I allowed to serve me. Yes. Guys, and that's some real talk. When I let fucking Ashley in here, I had a fly problem for months and months. I am not kidding. Pestilence. These demons bring pestilence into your life. Lacey, thank you for bringing that up.
Fucking horseman right there.
And also at the same time, I've also learned, I have been going through an evolution over this last year, and a coil. Let me know if you've heard of this, actually. So when you are involved with a karmatic person,
yes,
and that karmatic person has not learned their lessons, it continues to run in cycles of evil. Their spirits can abandon them, give up on them, and join your team. And this is something that I have recently discovered. Is this anything that you have knowledge of?
Well, so, and this is going to stretch some people's belief systems if you don't understand how reincarnation works. If you think you just have one life and you die and you go to heaven or you go to sleep or whatever, this shit's not going to make any sense to you. But essentially, in between lives, we exist on a spiritual plane where we have the opportunity to review our life. Like, nobody's going to punish you or force you to do it. It's just kind of what we do. And you can assess yourself for where you excelled and where you lacked. And if it's important enough, then you'll bring it into your next physical life. But in order to work on that kind of stuff, you have to make spiritual agreements with other souls who are going to be enfleshed. And it's very intricate. It's kind of hard to explain because it moves with the speed of thought and not the speed of English coming out of my fucking suckhole, right? But you weave the elements of your life and you prepare yourself, like you pick your parents, you pick your siblings, you pick your major relationships, you engineer moments where you it's like milestone achievement unlocked, right, for all you gamers. And when you're in a position that you're going to work on that piece of karma, say, then it signals to this other person that they are ready for you are ready for them to enter into your life. And that's where the spirit team works on it. So, your spirit team talks to their spirit team. It's like, okay, it's time for this kid to fucking grow up and learn not to spill juice on himself. So you get together. And very often with these karmic people, you feel very pulled to them. You'll recognize them before you even meet them, and you'll know somehow they're supposed to be involved in your life. But typically what happens when people are in a relationship and they both have issues, sorry, sounding
it's you know, no, it's like
when you have
you got a little British in you. What's happening? Are you in something British?
Might be. So, anyway,
is everybody getting laid this month? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I know, right? It's fun to be naked, you know.
Oh,
it's fun
hail
to be
the
naked
harem.
with sexy people, right? Hail the harem.
Hail the harem.
So, but basically, what happens is, if people are in a relationship and they both have issues, it tends to stay that way unless one of them decides that they want to change, and then the moment you make that decision, it starts to make you incompatible with that person because you have shifted energetically and they have not. So,
cool.
Yeah, if it becomes a point where you're actively ignoring guidance, like, hey, I know I'm supposed to do this, but fuck you, I'm going to do this anyway. The spirit team will basically throw up their hands and be like, all right, go ahead, you know, bang your head into a wall.
Right.
Yeah, try it out. See how you like it. We're going to be over here for right now.
Yeah, dude. Well, the thing is, like, so the downloads that I've been getting was recently like, look, so-and-so's spirit team is so pissed that they keep messing with you. Like, they keep denying your purity and denying what you're offering, that they have given up and they have now joined your team.
Yeah, they'll become an ally because they realize that the person that that's in their care is not interested in evolving this time. You know, it's like when you've completed your karmic agreement with somebody and you release them, that should be a signal for them that they don't need to do that low vibrational shit anymore. But people get addicted to, especially narcs, they get addicted to that darkness, and they don't know how to, like, they literally would have to change fundamentally. But narcs aren't interested in doing that. They're just interested in having a steady supply. So if you won't play nice or play mean or play however the fuck they want you to play, they're going to go find somebody who will. And then they're going to try to rub your face in it to try to knock you off your high vibration. And it's up to you to stay in your power. You know, the worst thing you can do for a narc is feed them.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, they're not going to learn their lesson. They're not here to learn that lesson. They're there to spurn your own personal evolution. Because I hate to say that, I mean, we're like the stars of our own show, and if, as the main character in our show, if we don't fucking get it, then you know, we're a shitty actor essentially.
And since we're bridging, we're absolutely not bridging across sex and learning lessons. I would like to advertise Scott's Meats from Sport News Podcast.
Yep.
Scott's Meats are lean, mean, and kind of clean peen. Support Scott's Meats. Support Sport News Podcast. He is a man who is evolving. That is a Christian man, well endowed Christian man, and he loves his meats. And but his meats no longer function. He did castrate himself right after he had his son. So I mean, it's support Sport News Podcast. I would also like to say that we need to add. Angela hasn't been here in months. I think Angela was narky, and I think that I challenged her and she disappeared. So I'm thinking. That's too bad. Yeah, it is too bad. I'm thinking, should we? I'm thinking that maybe we should.
Are you going to change Mount Rushmore? Is that what's?
I think we might have to change Rushmore and put Lacey up there. I think Lacey's gonna. Lacey, you're gonna need an avatar. You're gonna need an avatar for your YouTube channel, because we're gonna put you up here next to Dragonstorm. But okay, and you're gonna be above Beth because you run the harem, Lacey. You know what I'm talking about. You run the harem, and so, so you and Beth are gonna be on my side, and there's Jessica and Jillian for Immortal Coil. All right. Yeah, the Trainwreck Express is coming through next year, guys, and we are definitely doing this shit. When the idea of of the spirit team, the idea of that being told to me, I was I hadn't really heard of it before. I knew it was true because I was getting that download, but
Well, and see, that's the thing is like the spirit team is about evolution, and they're about facilitating the sort of conditions that you need in order to mature as a spirit. You know, because basically what happens is if you have like personal trauma, you're going to be stuck in it, and once you resolve that, you gain a certain strength and a certain skill.
Yes.
And then you can use that to help heal the world's condition, because you have survived in a unique way. You have a unique energy signature. You're going to come at the problem in your own divine way.
I'm telling you, you know, it's like Randy White coming in. Like Randy White's a manifestor. He's a spiritual Christian.
Right.
Like I love this. Like I said, I love those people. And we're on the same energetic frequency when it comes to bringing together survivors of abuse, of narcissistic abuse, psychopathic abuse, sociopathic abuse, cluster B abuse, really, because they're all narcissistic. And really creating a hub, you know, healing ourselves so that we can spread that love frequency of love, real love, to others, you know, and being able to help others to elevate, being there with the option too. And when I say helping others to elevate, guys, understand that healers, light workers, you never think, if you are a light worker or a healer, if you are expending your energy to someone else, like all the time, you are not healing.
No.
You are sacrificing yourself. True healing is leading by example. It is being. It is I am I. It is being that frequency, being that here, because we all have free will. A person has to decide for themselves if they are going to dig down deep and have the strength to push forward and become their greatest self. That any type of trying to change someone's will is dark magic. And that's why
it is.
And that's why the mainstream media, the people, the propagandists, the like those types, they're all dark, whether they realize it or not. And it's so hard. For me, I know there's a few, you know, the cats that follow this show, you guys are all spiritual. Like, so you understand when I say it is hard to bring yourself down to a 3D frequency when you look around and see all the NPCs. That don't even know how bad they are, don't even know they're lying to themselves, don't care to know, don't care to do the work. And you're like elevated. And you've got it's like goblins. It's like these freaking kobolds from the Underdark throwing stones at you. And it's just like, it's your problem. You're the one throwing the stones and hiding your hands. I don't understand like why I'm the problem.
Yeah. Well, so Stephen, you and I were people who know, and we were people who know that we know. And then we're actually dealing with the inverse of that. There's people who don't know and don't know that they don't know.
Right.
You know, so it's very difficult trying to, again, we tend to project our value system and our way of loving onto people who frankly don't understand it. So and then the other thing that you said that I thought was interesting, if you're calling yourself a healer and you're using your own energy to quote unquote heal somebody, that's not being a healer. You're bleeding your chi. Real healers are conduits for the divine, and you don't like fix somebody, you actually invite them to fix themselves, and it's up to them. Again, they have to engage their free will. You're just kind of there saying, I grant you permission to do this now, even though you don't really need it.
Yes, bro. Understand the dualism. Okay, the dualism is so very important. Balance. Dualism is so very important. The reason that I resonate, I don't think even narcopath is, I don't think Ashley's even able to understand this. The reason that I resonated her in on 11/11, the portal day, manifestation day, was because you have a choice. What direction are you going to go in? Your choice. I'm coming at this from this angle. If you make the right choices, then my angle is not going to connect. You know? And she continued to make the choices to be manipulative, to be deceptive, to be using, to be evil, to play people. She chose that path, which was an energetic alignment with what I was trying to achieve. Had she actually taken the leap to better herself, to be a better person, to cut off toxicity, to be honest, open, authentic, and try and heal, which would have been difficult. I understand the difficulties involved in changing the energetic direction of your entire life when you've been like that. Then my plan would not have been in alignment and would not have worked.
Right. Well, and see, that's the thing is,
go ahead.
We take for granted that the people that say that they love us perceive us as who we actually are. But when in the case of the narc, they can't do that. They only see you as a source of supply,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they will sell us a lie about ourselves and then dare us to believe it. You know, that's why that's that whole gaslighting thing. Well, you're terrible because of this, because somebody else paid attention to you and not to me.
And the saddest point is this is what everybody out there, I know, Kanita, CJ, Lacey, you know, like all of us, like you, Immortal Coil, like all of us who have dealt with narcissists in our lives, family, friends, lovers, whatever it was, however it dealt with love, all of these things have to do with a love connection.
Yes.
All of us have felt the conflict within. We are Darth Vader on Endor, right? We're Luke Skywalker. We're talking where I feel the conflict within you.
Let go of your hate.
Let go of your hate. We gave the narcissist, his father, Darth Vader, the opportunity to try for redemption, the redemption arc of Anakin Skywalker, and destroy the psychopath who created him in Darth Sidious. We are going to have that stream, dude. I was thinking about doing it tonight. I still have it up. I just have it unlisted. We're going to do the Star Wars Narcissist Empire. We're going to do the Skywalker saga from that perspective. We're absolutely going to do that. But like that is what he did. Like Luke Skywalker gave the narcissist, the empath gave the narcissist the opportunity to change. I feel the conflict within. One of the reasons why we go back to a narcissistic person or try to love them is because we feel the conflict within. All the way down inside of them is a broken inner child, a broken person, an abandonment issues, codependency, doesn't know what love is, wants to fucking heal, but they sequester that. They run from that shame with the narcissistic shell. So, I mean, all in all, one of the lessons, the biggest lessons that should be taken for our own spiritual evolution to heal ourselves and find balance is to understand that a person is only responsible for their own choices. And we, as healing individuals, comforting, empathetic individuals, are wasting our time pouring out of ourselves into a bucket with holes in it that will never appreciate that. And taking that back and loving yourself and having forgiveness and cutting those energetic cords is what gives us our power back. Then our cup can be filled for us. And it is only when your cup is filled for you, when you have self-love, that you are able to generate a frequency which will resonate in like, or allow you to lead by example in order to heal those that are looking to heal. That is what Dragonstorm is all about. That is what Immortal Coil is about. That is what Kanita is about. That's what Lacey Taylor is about. That is what Coach Randy White, Sean K. Howardson is about. Scott Clark in his own right, and others who are healing themselves to lead by example so that we can share, even if we don't realize it yet. Lacey right now, like I was talking with, I'm going to go over comments before we leave. But Lacey, I told her when she created this album, you're talking about your healing journey, sweetheart. You are going to heal so many people just by expressing yourself through your music, through your art, and letting all of that out. That's going to be leading by example. It's a beautiful thing what Lacey's doing, and many of us. So anything more you want to add before we go through the chat comments and then close out the show?
Well, yeah, just to touch on what you were saying, it is about love. We're learning what love actually is.
Yes.
We've been sold a version of that by, the Hallmark company and the makers of the little sweetheart things that you buy at Valentine's Day. But that's not what love is. Love is actually the truth of your identity, the truth of the self. Love is source. And when we truly love somebody, we're not loving them selfishly. We're not loving them because we hope we get something back. We're doing it because it's that namaste thing. The divine in me acknowledges the divine in you.
Namaste.
Yeah, when you can do that consciously with somebody else that understands that, it's very much more powerful than this whole like I trade you energy very much kind of bullshit. Humans, if they're over obsessed with their body, they become insecure about the fact that they're finite beings and that at some point they're going to physically die. If you understood that you survived death, it would be a lot easier to just let things come and go. Personally, I spent a lot of time by myself these past couple years, and it was rough. There was some hard-headedness, there's some stubbornness, I'll give you that. But I recently turned a corner, and a lot of the stuff that I actually deserve is starting to happen. This whole like, we joke about the Trainwreck Express, but this shit's like real. We're gonna have like a mobile art studio for all intents and purposes.
Yep.
Yeah. So once you deal with your own inner darkness and learn to love yourself and forgive yourself, you stop becoming addicted to other people and their energy centers. You start to derive that from the universal energy field, and then your vibration raises. Other forms of life, maybe non-physical, maybe non-human, become interested in you. You start to perceive the wider spectrums, and you gain access to your own unique gifts that you can use to help heal the world.
Yes.
It's very exciting, and Steve and I like to horse around and joke around, but that's essentially what we're trying to teach. We're trying to teach people to lighten up. It's not that big a deal. Forgive, love again. It's okay. You're going to be a new version of yourself, the self that you were always meant to be.
Yes. It is the search for true authenticity is integrating your pain into wisdom, learning those lessons, and then allowing it to become your strength and more allowing you to express a more authentic version of yourself, which is what we are all should be seeking. And the reason that narcissists will never achieve that is because they delude themselves into believing that they're a hero or a victim instead of actually taking the accountability necessary to grow, to really introspect, to take the accountability, to integrate their pain, turn that into wisdom. And that's just who they are. So let's go through the chat a little bit. I want to answer some questions out before we go. Parrot said, Coil, did you just say that Walton's good at oral? What? Did you say that? What the hell?
I did not.
I understand what's going on here. I'm not a packet man.
Parrot head, you masturbate about weird things, man.
We don't kink shame here. We don't kink shame. All right,
we don't,
here, but
hey,
we don't project. We don't project either. All right. Listen, you can be a good person and get pegged. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, but I don't do that. That's not me. I don't do that. CJH says, I'm holding myself accountable soon, too. Have a therapy session this week. Been off the rails and need to be grounded. Good for you, CJ.
Excellent.
Dude, CJ has been on a journey for years. He is fourth wave. And for those of you who don't know, the fourth wave and trans fat are the first two groups I ever was involved with. Immortal Coil has been involved with both.
Yes.
5 years strong. Snow Dub Music and Entertainment, Sporky News Podcast, good people. CJ has been a part of that. And I've seen this young man grow. This poor Aries. I have seen this poor Aries grow, introspect, have dark times, fight with himself, have periods of growth and periods of isolation. And CJ, I am so proud. Everything that you have gone through in your life, dude. We're all fucked up here, man. We're all fucked up here. And we have all had to overcome things. And I am so proud that you continue that strive, dude. I love you, brother. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being an example of perseverance. Well, just don't let anything crazy happen this week. Don't let crazy broads in. And listen, there are certain women who have beautiful damage in their eyes. They exist. But you just make sure that they're healed. All right. Make sure that.
Let me suggest this, CJ. Don't see yourself as somebody who things happen to. Realize that you are causing things to happen, and then make a more elevated choice. You are a divine creator. And whatever you ask for, the universe will say, like, here you go. So if you say, like, I feel like a piece of shit, I need somebody to treat me like a piece of shit. Guess what?
Yes.
Here you go. Just imagine that it's a giant copy machine. That's why you got to really discipline your thoughts.
Understand it. It was just recently explained to me like this. I thought it was a great understanding. All right. We live in the 3D, this enfleshed existence. All right. We are in the matrix. The rules of the matrix are set in place by the archons on the 4D. The archons are like Agent Smith in the Matrix. They're they're those guys. Okay, but there is another level higher than that, the 5D, which is where I have been operating and where we all operate and we don't realize it's a subconscious realm. And in the 5D is why healing is so necessary, because when that is where you have quantum superposition. All right, superposition is the when a particle is in several timelines, several existences at the same time. It's all the same, right? All right. And it's only when that particle, that wave, enters the 3D, passes through the 4 and comes into the 3, that it collapses into a single particle. Right. That is manifestation. You need to rewrite your subconscious in the 5D so that your subconscious is constantly manifesting things. It's constantly putting yourself on the energetic frequency that you need. This will surpass the archons in the 4D, come down into your physical being in the 3D, and then you will manifest. This is the secret of manifestation: frequency, healing, enlightenment. Go ahead, bro. I know you want to talk.
What I like to think of that as thinking holographically, where you imagine the end process and step into it. You assemble it etherically and literally walk the fuck into it. I mean, I make it sound oversimplified, but it's really not that difficult of a process. We do it all the time, just we do it unconsciously. Yes. And that's the thing. Like, if your life appears to be moving in fits and starts, it's because you keep on changing your mind about who you are. One day you like yourself. One day you think you're a piece of shit. One day you just don't care. And so the universe doesn't really know what to do with that and just presents you mixed results. You have to be more consistent with your thoughts, with your words, and with your deeds. Because like Stephen was saying earlier, spoken word is magic. We're moving sound with our lungs and our vocal cords.
Yeah, throat chakra.
Domains. Yes. New domains of knowledge. I was just talking to Stephen about that. Like, the Phantom Menace did not know who it was until like the High Council assembled, and then we realized it one day because we created a different kind of vocabulary. Same thing with this whole like narc abuse thing. Like, it wasn't really well known a couple years ago. People were throwing around the word narcissist, but not really knowing what it is. They're just using it to describe people they think are assholes, but there's a pathology there. And then Stephen pointing out things, and Coach White pointing out things, Howerton pointing out things, Backman pointing out things, and really he's the granddad of all of that.
He is.
We create a new vocabulary, we create a new domain of knowledge, and we create a new way of thinking. We call forth a reality. That's like why one of the most powerful spells is I name thee. Right, Stephen?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yes. Dude, I wish we do. I want to talk about transmutation right now so bad, but that would be a whole half hour. But I'm just okay. We're going to cover that on the next Sage and Savage, but just real quick, because you just reminded me of something really quick, guys. Everyone serves a function in this life. You choose your function, right? So even narcissists have a function. The reason that they manifest in whores or slutty people, the reason that they can manifest in people who have abandonment issues or issues that they can use to manipulate, the reason that they sometimes they are successful and seems like they're not getting their negative karma is because on a subconscious level, they are constantly manifesting these things. And it's why they cast the evil eye. It's part of their black magic and what they do is because subconsciously they're unhealed, but that broken record is constantly playing trauma, resonating in people. And you as a healed person can you learn things from the narc. I learned how to be a savage from Ashley. I give her credit for the things that I learned from her about looking out for me and me alone. When I need to do that, how to create boundaries, how to cut people off. I learned things from her. Lacey from her narc. She was working on, Lacey with her narc, without going into too much detail, she was trying to be a part of his life, and he was into wine. This woman, forgive me, I can't remember the name of it. Lacey, if you're still listening, put the name of it at the bottom. But Lacey basically learned, because of her dedication to being on the same frequency with him, surpassed him and became a wine tester and became someone who achieved a level that some people take like 30 years to achieve in 2 of mastery we're involved in this. Like, you can learn things from that narc. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Lacey, put it in there if it's in there. And you're right. We choose our experience. We absolutely choose our experience, Jills. But when it comes to real quick, I'm sorry, but when it comes to the function transmuting energy, that transmutation pain into wisdom and strength and authenticity. Transmuting energy is taking a narcissist smear campaign and flipping it on them. Dragonstorm, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of this has happened. My growth from doing the healing work on myself, getting the blessings and insights that I have been granted because of the healing work I've done, but also understanding the power to being an alchemist and transmuting all of the hate, the smears, the stalking, everything that Ashley and Bill have done, and all her friends, Death by Saber, and all those people, and transmuting it into progression, into knowledge, wisdom, progression, defiance, and including the things I learned from the narc about creating boundaries, protecting myself, not giving a shit, saying fuck you. I'm being selfish for me, which is something I needed as a codependent and a people pleaser. I needed to learn those things. Transmutation, alchemy is the most important thing. One of the most important things you could take away from your experience with a narcissist. And also learning how to telepathically touch Tates. I'm sorry, go ahead, Chloe.
Well, one of the most powerful things that forgiveness offers you is the opportunity to realize that the function of a narcissist in your life, once you've transcended that and healed, actually propelled you into a better version of yourself, which is why I'm saying in some cases, in between lives, somebody has voluntarily agreed to downstep their vibration solely for the benefit of you deepening your character. And if that's not love, I don't know what the fuck it is. It takes a certain kind of thinking to get to that point. And again, I'm not saying that means you should be warm and fuzzy towards somebody who's abused you. It's just that there are larger forces at work here operating that your monkey mind just won't be able to wrap around. So if you understand that, then it's easier to put them in a place where you can release your need for them to be a certain way. You're not attached to them being anybody other than who they fucking choose to be. And really, I guess that's the highest form of love if you think about it. I love you so much. I want for you what you want for you. And that's not me. So go over there. Go do that with somebody else.
They call me wine daddy, but I'm just a chill girl. Like, I'm not calling you daddy, Lacey. I'm not doing that. No. But wine daddy, hey, you know what? I'm not going there. Yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, so this is yes. Thank you. I can't pronounce that right now. You said it to me 8 times. I'm so sorry. But yes, she took this experience with the narc where she was trying to get together with the narcissist and trying to do something that was, that was making a bond with him, surpassed his knowledge and experience, and became something that she found and she loved. This child of Dionysus, the god of tits and wine, who has an awesome pair of tits, by the way, found found her place with wine. Like, this is a spiritual experience, a spiritual evolution and awakening when you deal with these narcissists. The last thing I said to my ex-husband was, I will forever be thankful for you setting me free. Blessed be. Blessed be. Yeah, I said that. I know that was pretty awful.
Let go and let God.
God of tits and wine. Hail Bacchus. Oh, shit.
Hail the God of tits and wine.
Hail the God of the Dragonstorm community loves Bacchus. All right? That's what it is.
He should be our mascot.
You know what? I'm doing that. Okay, after the villain era, we're going straight into the Bacchus era. All right, so Let's see. CJ says
Getting
I
to
have
look a
Kelsey.
lot like Christmas in France, right?
Yo, next year's gonna be so lit, bro. No,
The year of
God,
Christmas in France.
Coil, we worked on this all fucking year, dude. We worked
We
on
sure
this all
did.
fucking year. We worked on ourselves. We faced our demons. We fucking did what we had to do. We both went through separate dark nights of the soul,
Yes.
and then ended up with ladies. Like, how
There
the
you go,
fuck,
man.
dude? All
Hey.
of this works out, man. We are gonna. We
Yeah.
have manifested in through our hard work, through our dedication, through what we have done, working on ourselves, being real to ourselves, facing what we had to face, and now 2025 is going to be our fucking year.
That's
the
our
train
year,
that
man.
express is
We are
happening.
on the
yo.
rise.
It is, yes.
So get on or get out of the way.
Yeah, man. Choo choo coming through. So CJ says, I have that Celtic protection where I am, Cape Breton. That is incredible. They can be parasites too, possibly. And Venom needed the bell, that bell of frequency to get rid of it. Right, just for Spider-Man to get rid of the Venom. Noise
there you
hurts
go,
demons. Frequency does hurt them demons. Coil, go ahead. I know.
Absolutely, dude.
I know.
Again, once you raise your vibration, they cannot metabolize your energy. And a matter of fact, that's you were talking about archons and dark overlords and all that kind of shit. For thousands of years, they did that to us as a race. They made us fearful. They made us angry. They made us kill each other. And then they
The
fed
dark
off
aspect
that
of
vibe.
Pisces. We see a lot of that
Yeah.
dark aspect of Pisces, the age of Pisces, yeah.
Yeah, but as we do that personal work and transform, they're not going to be able to use this as a food source anymore. I mean, we were talking about the return of Christ and all that kind of stuff. Imagine the effect on the universe when there's like 11 billion Jesus Christs on a planet. You know,
That's what we're heading to, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what rapture is.
Yes.
Like, you know, in our translation, I don't mean to offend any Christians. Please excuse us. These are our translations of these texts.
Well, and
but
think about it though, like all that imagery is at the fucking Vatican. You got the pineal gland. You got like the rising serpents. That's Kundalini coming up. All that shit. Come on, they know that shit, and they're flaunting
know
it.
it.
They have sculptures, and then they're laughing because people think it's just cute. But then
Because
like
they
their
understand
fucking,
control.
yeah, but then their fucking amphitheater looks like a fucking reptile. You know. It's
Well,
yeah. Anyway,
we could go hard. We could go hard. With
I
the
know.
Catholics. That's a whole topic.
That's a whole show. Yeah.
Let's do a leper messiah show pretty soon. We'll go into that because the the savage leper messiah. We come at spiritual narcissism like a motherfucker. Because the Vatican's going to be opening one of their chambers on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve or one of those days, and it's like a sealed chamber. It's something they've only done a few times before, but they're actually going to televise it now. I think we're actually coming to a point as we're entering. Right now, we are entering Aquarius. We're entering the age of Aquarius, and so you know, the truths are being exposed. This is why we're seeing a lot of people just being exposed, a lot of evil people falling, and a lot of these child trafficking rings and things like that come falling down. Is because this is the era of truth. We are entering the era. Narcissists are going to fall apart. No, guys, watch out! Them transparency. These narcs are going to be acting wreck. The next 15 years, narcs are naturally weak. Everything about what they do, narcissists, everything that they naturally do, they are on a decline. This is the era of transparency and truth. And they work in illusion, deception. So, guys, be ready. Like, if you're dealing with a narc right now, just energetically, guys, God, please pay attention to the movements of the planets and the stars. Pay attention to astrology. It's not bullshit. It's not. And you will be able to work your way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's even in the Bible.
Kings, priests, popes, queens, all of these people went to astrologers. All of them. Yep. So we talked about the flies. Yeah, the flies are a part of a demon spirit, guys. If a person comes into your house and all of a sudden you have a fly problem, like the Amityville Horror, that's for real. Flies are an aspect of leeches, energy vampires, demonic forces.
Right.
And
if you put salt on your windowsill, Jeff Goldblum will stay away from your house.
Jeff Goldblum will stay away. He was a hard one to master into submission. He was so destructive. Parrot head. No, she doesn't. She's not a slave, but she knows how to be subordinate. Lacey says, I mean, like an actual demon entity, though, Beelzebub. He was so attached. Yes, and it is that demon spirit. And what Lacey, like, because of what you went through when you grew up, like I said, we've all been through shit, but Jesus Christ. I can't wait for Lacey to tell her story, guys. Like, where I'm going to be interviewing her. Culture Casino, Zax, and others are going to be, I think Snow and Ask Snow is going to be interviewing her as when her album releases at the end of the year.
Nice.
Her story is incredible. Like the things that this woman has survived. She is one of the strongest survivors I've ever known. And the reason is because you were invaded by that demon when you were young with what you went through, which is why you resonated in these narcissists. But it also gave you daddy issues, thank God. I mean, you would, but yeah, it's fucked up. Jesus Christ. All right, so stop laughing, Jim.
I see what you did there.
I didn't do anything there. I didn't do anything.
It's not. It's just on there. It's not like gonna go away. It's just like on there forever. And like, what the fuck? Wow. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Like, no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. And, yeah, I did.
There is no greater dedication to a god of tits and wine than getting Dionysus tattooed on your face. I don't fucking. That's so. She says sometimes I think it's a chicken and the egg thing. Like, dad, like, did the daddy issues come first, or did the daddy? I don't know. I don't know. That's some circular thinking. I only Coil. Can you break that down? Okay.
Yeah, some people like their cucumbers pickled. You know.
Oh, what's yeah?
What? Huh? What?
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, so, dude, much love to y'all. I've had a wonderful time. Coil, this is great. It was good seeing you again, Alex.
I really missed you, man. It's been a rough.
Can I see you on camera? Are you sexy enough? Can we get Coil on camera? You're sexy mug.
Man, I knew you were going to do this because my hair.
You
looks
felt
like
it.
Shit.
Oh, because of shit. You always think you look like shit, but you're fucking hot. You're a hot man. Come on, Coil. Look at there he is. Look at that sexy dude. Okay, that is savage spirituality right there. And he's got a Christmas sweater on and everything. Like, you are very festive. Why? Of course, that has a skull on it. That's Immortal fucking Coil.
If I'm gonna have an ugly sweater, it has to have a skull on it. Come on now.
I can't with you. I can't with you. I can't with you. Much love to you guys. So coming up on the 27th, there's going to be a release by Lacey Taylor featuring myself. I'm very, very happy to be involved in this project. And so I think we're going to close out with that. But before we do, Immortal Coil, what do you have going on? I am, are you snuggling the shell back? That's what Parrot had asked.
I know, right? Shellback is forced to be the little spoon. It's like, I noticed that you appear to be a little bit cold, so I was just warming you up a little bit.
Does Snow Dub know? Does Snow know that he's the little spoon?
You might feel a slight pressure. Don't be scared. It's not going to hurt you.
Oh my God! Oh my fucking God, dude! What do you got going on? You're locked out of your account, so I guess nothing, huh?
Yeah. Well, so like I was saying, I had some technological difficulty. I don't have a laptop. I don't have all that kind of shit. Everything that I'm doing, I'm working off my smartphone. But yes, I'm locked out of my Google account currently. Steven's gonna hook me up with some nerds who probably can help me out with that. But LDG. Yeah, there you go. But if not, then I basically have to rebuild a channel from scratch. But I can see the up and the down of that. I've been working for a couple of years to get the subs that I have and the watch hours that I have in an attempt to get monetized and all that kind of stuff. But if I have to start all over again, I do have a unified message. I know what I'm talking about now, and I'm not just kind of dipping my toes in different types of YouTubery. I know like the message that I have is like uplifting and all that kind of stuff, but it goes very much against the kind of stuff that YouTube likes to promote, because they just want to promote people being assholes and picking on people. But I'm sitting here saying like spirit is real, extraterrestrial intelligence is real. I'm proof of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
very reach
like,
arounds are real, and astral back kisses. Yeah,
and just like without ego, saying like, yes, I'm a part of God. I come from God. I came from God to tell you guys, lighten up, that kind of shit. So we'll work behind the scenes on that, and then later on down the line, like I'm saying, we're working on getting like a mobile creativity studio going on. We're gonna swoop up Steven.
Absolutely.
We'll have like Starlink or something, so we can do this kind of shit more often and just do that as our job.
As a matter of fact, do you think let's see if the ladies will have a conference with us after the show?
That would be interesting.
Using this link. All right, we're going to send out links to. We're going to send out links to women if you want to come and talk to us after the show, because the train wreck expresses are rolling. So much beautiful BLM land in Utah. By the way, it's a Black Lives Matter land. Is that what you're talking about, or is there something else? Is that another acronym? I have no idea.
I thought it was LDS, like Church of Latter-day Saints, like
LDS. Yeah, well, apparently.
And their magical underwear.
You know what? I'm not going there. So listen, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Had fun. Thank you for joining the Stage of the Savage. This is the show that began changing Dragonstorm into the direction that it's in now, and so I'm very happy with that momentum and that movement.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done that without my boy, Immortal Coil. And so before we begin, there is a link in the description for Lacey's Instagram and Disco Kid, and I need to get the other links to put it in there. So please check her out. Check out her music. The album releasing with and one with me, with yours truly. One song that and it was such a beautiful experience to be invited into, and led to a whole lot of different things for me in my life. And I'm very blessed that someone who's on a healing journey, reclaiming themselves, taking back their power, and expressing themselves artistically, with their authentic self, is expressing themselves in such a way that it is going to be healing for others, not only for her, but leading by example. That frequency of music, that energetic frequency, is going to help other people, just like Immortal Coil does, just like everyone else there who is doing this type of content or leading by example or helping other heals. Shout out to Shivani Patel, my social media manager, and her channel and what she's going to be doing to help with Dragonstorm. She's also going, a survivor, just like the rest of us. And Coach Randy White, Sean K. Howardson, Scott Clark, all of the other wonderful people who have survived traumas, may not have necessarily been narcissists, but have survived traumas and became wonderful, good, leading by example types like Sporking News Podcast, Snow Dub Music and Entertainment, Wes Moody. God, there's just so many different people. Tim's Talk, so many people out there who are just shining in their authenticity because they took their power back. They took the time to heal themselves and be the best versions of themselves. So if you guys would please check out, let me find a good one. Here we go. If you guys please check out Lacey Taylor, we're going to close the show out with that. I am author Stephen Walton, the fandom menace historian, your historian, born in the chats of the High Council with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Please remember to wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other, and suffer no fools. I really wanted to find that clip before. Oh, here.
Listen to Dragonstorm when I tell you that you've always been stronger, smarter, you've always had better ethics and better morals. Trust me when I tell you, a narcissist only has as much control as you allow them to have. They only have as much control as they can manipulate. And if they can't manipulate you, if they can't do nothing to you, it doesn't matter. 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 It doesn't matter.
can't escape your pain. You say it every day. I won't say your name. You can't escape your pain. Forget my face. You can't escape your pain. I won't feel your shame. I won't feel your shame. You know I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. I'm not the one to blame. You can't escape your pain. You say it every day. You can't see straight. You can't see straight. You can't see my face. I'm right in front of you. You can't see my face. I'm in your empty space. I'm in your empty space. I don't need to share my space. I don't need to share my space. You can't escape. You can't see straight.
You have learned discernment. You have learned your strength. You understand your power. And you take it back from that narcissist when you say no more. Their smears, their lies, the way they try to frame certain narratives in a way to make them look like the victim or the hero, which they are not. The narcissist is always the villain. You know that. People who have been through it know that. And it doesn't matter what the people think about you. It doesn't matter what the people think about their smear campaigns, their lies, their narratives, or how they have to paint shit. They are in league with darkness, the devil. They are consumed by demons. And you, my brother and sister, you live in the light. You live in the real. You live from your heart. You move from strength, not fear. You took every lesson that hoovering hobgoblin sent your way, and you understood it. You integrated. You healed. You became your authentic self by turning those lessons into wisdom and strength. Never doubt who you are. Never doubt your strength. Those goblins, those demons in human skin suits, those burning clowns in the circus of narcissism are eventually going to find their karma. They will get hit. You cannot go around life destroying person after person, keeping hearts in a jar. You cannot do that without getting your karma. So stay strong. Believe in yourself. My love to y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And never again suffer these fools.
I'm sorry that I figured you out. I'm sorry that I always scream and shout. I'm sorry that you lost all your clout. I'm sorry that you lost all your clout. You know I'm still proud that you put your album out. It won't take me 30 years, but you know I'm still proud. You can't escape your pain.
Seems like
Just a little bit of Dragonstorm overtime. Yeah, Scott, you're late. Where have you been? Where have you been? Are you doing medieval Christian timelines over there? Your big ass.
He fell asleep because he couldn't masturbate.
No, I did that. I did this. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Scott's a Christian. Don't do that to him. We don't talk.
Right.
We don't talk about those things.
Scott's a man of God.
Yes. Hanging out with the pagans. This poor Taurus. All right. Well, look, Scott, close your eyes. Oh, he was fighting drones. Oh, what? Jesus Christ!
Oh,
You're
there
out
you
there
go.
shooting at drones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
dude,
a rifle
we miss
with
you,
a scope
dude.
on it.
Dude, Rogue Entertainment misses you, Scott. You got to come back one week, dude. Like whatever Saturday you can, man. Come and hang out, dude. Please come to a show. We miss you. We miss the shit out of you. Hope everything's going well for you, brother. I love you so much, dude. You have helped me out so much. You have led by example. I love the shit out of you, man. Hail Rogue Entertainment. Hail Scott Clark. Yeah, man. I know Coach Randy White. We're talking to Coach Randy. He's dude. What he's building. We'll talk about it in Rogue Chat. What he's building is incredible. He's got a whole team of coaches with him right now. Whole team of life coaches. We gotta get back. We gotta get back to doing our narc abuse heroes, man. We're gonna start that up in the spring. We got a lot going on.
Agreed.
Yeah, dude, love seeing you. And before we go, I would like to remind everybody to please clean your peen. All right, a healthy peen is a happy peen. Your ladies will respect it. These narcissists don't clean their peens. These narcissists have fruit flies and butt butter all over their peens. And so, if you are done banging a rainbow dragon and you'd like some real meat, please come around to Dragonstorm. Come around to the Harem, where we clean our peens religiously. My love to y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other, and never again suffer those fools. And clean your goddamn peen, guys. All right, these